Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexiot's here, and it is Friday morning, and we're playing Brazil shortly. Brazil versus Canada in the second round of FIBA World Cup 2023. And of course, I'll be doing a live watch along during that game. The game is on Sportsnet. Oh, right away, right as I go on the air, it falls off. Let me just put this back up. All right, so second round has started. There's already been games this morning. So let me go over some of the scores this morning from other FIBA World Cup games in the second round. This is, of course, the winner's day. Yesterday was the loser's day, where all the losers in the first round played, and now all the winners are playing today. So these games really matter today, and will be the last game of the day against Brazil. First game today was Italy versus Serbia. And Italy actually came through and won that game by 2 points right at the end. This, to me, is an upset because Serbia had more star power. Italy really does not have many NBA players at all right now. And the fact that they beat Serbia by 2 points right at the end of the game is a huge, big deal because Serbia is actually a really, really good team. And I'm actually quite kind of shocked about this. So good job, Italy, making an upset happen today. First game today was an upset right away. Second game, Germany beating Georgia 100-73 in Okinawa. That was a big game. Dennis Schroeder very happy to be four wins out of 4 games so far at FIBA World Cup. Not really a surprise here. Maybe the margin being so wide being a surprise, but Georgia falls to Germany this morning, 173. USA against Montenegro and Nikola Jokic in Manila. That game was actually closer than it should have been. 12-point victory for USA, 85-73. Vucevic and Montenegro putting up a fight with the USA, showing that there's a little bit of suspect in some ways, but you know what? USA overcoming it and winning in the end. This is the huge surprise of today. Latvia defeats Spain by 5 points today in Indonesia. The game earlier before the Canada versus Brazil game in Jakarta, Spain has fallen to Latvia by 5 points. Now, people are saying this complicates things for Canada, but in some ways, no, it doesn't. This just means that Spain has a harder time. We concentrate on our own stuff. Who cares? We beat Brazil today. We knock out an America's team less than us, and that means we're closer to getting that Olympic qualification. So let's just take care of our own business. We don't have to care that Spain failed to beat Latvia today. We beat Latvia already. So in some ways, we're already above the ladder than Spain just because we beat Latvia and Latvia beat Spain. You do the math. So we've got to make sure we beat Spain once again on Sunday. So that's going to be a huge game. But in some ways, Spain has a little bit less teeth to themselves because they have been defeated today by Latvia. Amazing, amazing stuff. I was totally shocked when I saw that score. A 5-point win for Latvia over Spain. Now, currently, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico are playing a Battle of the Americas, and I believe they're at halftime. And most way through the third quarter at this point, Dominicans up by 4, currently 59-55. Cat, of course, being big time in this game for them as usual. We know Cat is going to be a big factor for them. He has 19 of their points. Now it's 62-55 with a 3 all of a sudden by Dominican. So this is when we're watching. In some ways, Canada benefits no matter what because one of these teams is going to lose today. We want these America's teams to lose. So Dominican, if you beat Puerto Rico, so what? We beat they beat Puerto Rico, beats y'all. That's great too. Now, a little bit of news with Team Puerto Rico. Tremont Waters, the star of Team Puerto Rico, has been traded to the Raptors 905 as of yesterday. We traded David Johnson away from the Raptors 905. This is actually very interesting. David Johnson being with our team as a rookie, as a second-round pick. The pick after Delano Banton that year has been with our team for 3 years, and now he is on his way somewhere else. So very, very interesting. I'm not even sure where he got traded to. All I know is he's been traded, and Tremont Waters will be lining up on the Raptors 905 this season in a Raptors 905 jersey. So that kid running around for Puerto Rico today, he is actually in our organization now, once again. Not just a replacement player for the Raptors during the COVID season, but now a Raptors 905 official player, Tremont Waters. So there's a little news and notes on the Raptors side of things. All right, then let's look at the other live scores right now. Slovenia is playing Australia. That's Luka. versus Josh Giddey and the Australian team. And that game is 56-49 in the third quarter. Also, a 7-point lead for Luka and Slovenia currently. This is a big one. This is a big matchup, maybe one of the marquee matchups of today. These are two very top teams, and this could have a lot of implications on how things go with their groups for sure. Slovenia and Australia. Lithuania is playing Greece right now. Also, they'll get to play USA on Sunday, and that'll be a fun game. But Lithuania is down 32-40 to Greece right now, just before halftime. Two and a half to go in the first half. So 8-point lead for Greece right now, currently in that game right now. And then now we're going to be starting up really shortly. I've got TV on Sportsnet. I've got the volume down, and I'm ready to watch this Brazil versus Canada game. So let me get on y'all's comments real quick. Thank you for coming to watch along with me this morning. I'm sure I'll make it entertaining and then somewhat fun. Canadian Dana is first in this morning. Good morning, everybody. Raptors. Yes, Canadian Dana. What a great patriot. What a great Canadian. We are proud of Canadian Dana and her contributions to this channel. Just a great shining star in the Canadian country of Canada. Canadian Dana, we love you. Trevor J saying, good morning, Raptors. Happy Friday and happy 1st of September. We are getting closer and closer to the NBA season. Yes, Trevor J. Thank you, Commissioner J. Thank you for letting us know. Yes, we cannot wait for this season coming up. I'm so excited about Raptors basketball. I know that everybody's slighting us, saying we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. They don't know what they're talking about. And I know we're going to be good this year. I know it because Dennis and Darko are on our team now, and it's going to be very fun this season. I know it's going to be fun. All right, Trevor's words of wisdom are FEAR has two meanings: forget everything or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. All right, so he's saying either forget everything and rise or face everything and rise. You know, I've thought of fear as this. You know what fear is, Trevor, to me? It's the feeling of courage. When you feel fear or you feel anxiety or something like that, that's the time for you to feel courage. That's the time to rise up and say, you know what, when I feel a little shaky, a little fearful, a little anxious, you know, sometimes that's what you need to do is just tell your brain, saying, you know what, this is courage. This is courage entering my body, and push through and use that nervous energy as the idea of its courage. So that's what I've always used in my own life when I have issues with feeling a little anxious or fearful of an event coming up. Well, I'm just saying these are the feelings of courage, and I turn those into like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it happen. So just some words of wisdom from Trevor J, and me stacking a little bit on top. You know, fear doesn't have to be fear. Fear can be me courage. And you just got to do that. Yeah, Trevor's going to give us scores, but I'm not going to go ahead and go over them again, Trevor. In some ways, I don't want score updates in the comments because the comments I'm not getting to right away. So the score changes very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the scores on my own when I look at them. But I appreciate you trying to update us. Dana's saying, I'm so ready for this game. Let's go, Canada. Yes, go, Canada. Let's beat Brazil. They have Bruno, and there's going to be no Bruno when we beat them. Not that we're going to hurt them or anything. We're just going to beat them. Yeah. You know, Raul Neto is out for the rest of this World Cup. He was their NBA player on Brazil, really their main NBA player, Neto. And he's had an injury in a couple games ago, so he is not available for Brazil today. Bruno Caboclo, really kind of the showcase player for Brazil, so it's going to be fun to see old Mr. 2 years away from being 2 years away on the Brazil side against Canada this morning. Let's see if his length and talent is used against us in any effective way. Is he going to be able to guard anybody? Are we going to be able to stop him? It's going to be fun to watch old Bruno against Team Canada this morning. So let's get ready for it. It's coming up real quick in about 5 minutes. That's right. Good morning, Lex from Dana. I love it. Isaac Campbell, the benevolent one in Ottawa, Canada, is here with us also. He's got the Raptor lineup. He's got Monique on blast. We love you, Isaac Campbell. So happy to see you in the chat right now also. Yeah. Let's see what else there is to talk about. You know, obviously, there's all kinds of fun stuff happening with FIBA World Cup. There's interesting things happening with moves in the NBA, things getting set and ready for the season coming up. So much to talk about on different things around Raptors and basketball and Canada basketball related stuff. and I'm excited. There's been a lot of cool clips this morning of the Canada players getting ready for this game, getting hyped. They've had 2 days off, which is a little bit better than the 1 day off, 1 day on that they've been doing so far in this tournament. So they've had 2 days off to kind of recollect, reconvene, revigorate themselves to be fresh for this game against the Brazil today. This is Americas versus Americas, just like Dominican versus Puerto Rico that's going on right now. These are important games because you're playing against somebody from your competing division to get that qualifier. Australia already qualified for France's Olympics because they won the Oceanic ticket, which I don't even think they're grouped with Japan and Asia. It's really them versus New Zealand, I think, or maybe some of the islands like Philippines. But for the most part, they qualified already, and they're one of the teams that will definitely be at France's Olympics next summer. Australia qualifying for the Olympics already. So we know France and Australia are two of the Olympic teams now. We'll have to see how more of them fill in as this FIBA World Cup goes on. We want to hear Canada is one of the Olympic qualifying teams. That is the music to our ears that we want to hear. That's what I'm saying. You know, I saw the group of death that we were put in, and I saw the path that Canada would have to go through to get an Olympic qualification to play next year at France. And I was like, man, these odds are stacked against them. If they're able to do this, this would be a huge, big deal for Canada basketball. And we want to see this. And in fact, I think I'm very confident they are going to qualify for the Olympics at this point. At the beginning of the summer, when we saw the pairings of who was going to be playing with who, and France being so close to us, Spain being so close to us in proximity in the bracket, I was like, man, this is going to be a tall order. Now, the one person that has thrown things a little bit askew in different way is Cat. Cat being on Dominican Republic has made them a power in some ways, and he may be the biggest threat to Canada making the Olympics. But who knows? He could be a big threat to USA making the Olympics. That's the thing. In some ways, the US is looking at it the same way we're looking at it. There's only like one spot otherwise, because Canada might just go and get that other spot. So in some ways, they may be a little worried about an upstart Dominican Republic trying to come up and snatch an Olympic berth in this World Cup in the very near future. So it is a little bit of a 3-horse race for that 2 spots for the Americas qualifier for the Olympics. The U.S. was penciled in, but in some ways, Canada's emergence and the presence of Cat on Dominican Republic has made it a little cloudy. There's only 2 spots. There's 3 teams. Somebody's going to get disappointed. Somebody's going to disappoint. It's going to be whoever fails first is who it is. All right, we got our guys getting announced. I see Lou Dort giving dap coming out on the court. So good to see the lady in the audience with the Canada flag. Just a little time signature so you all can catch where I'm at on the Sportsnet watching it. And now they're at commercial. So yeah, let's see what else y'all are saying this morning. G is here. Good to see G in the house. The first season trivia champion. G is got Canada, 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 baby. Go Canada. G saying Scotty and Boucher Subway ad looked fun. Yeah, it did look fun. It looked like they were palling around and like they're old buddies. I like the friendship between Chris and Scotty. You can tell it's real. There's one clip, well, I'll do this on the Instagram check later, where Chris is hanging out with Scotty in the picture, and he has the DX theme playing over them. And I know that Scotty from Twitch last summer, he said he's a big wrestling fan, and his favorite wrestler is Shawn Michaels. So they share the same classic wrestler as their favorite wrestler. Shawn Michaels is the favorite wrestler of Chris Boucher, and it's also the favorite wrestler of Scotty Barnes. I think it's funny that Chris Boucher likes Shawn Michaels, being a kid who's from Montreal. The history of Montreal and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in Canada is very crazy. Now, I can understand Scott liking Shawn Michaels, but most Canadian kids did not like Shawn Michaels. And I think that says something about Chris Boucher's mindset of wanting to be on the villain side of things, that he celebrates Shawn Michaels more. I'm sure he likes Bret Hart also, but he's always talking about Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels is a man who took the flag and shoved it up his nose on live television once. Yeah, that's why I don't like him, because I'm for Canada. I'm rooting for them against Brazil today. And Shawn Michaels took our flag and put it up his nose in a disrespectful way. He said some very mean things about our country also. But hey, Chris and Scotty love him. All right, let's see. Trevor J saying, I think Raptors have to do this year. It's the shutdown, the 3 points shooting. That's the problem, giving away the 3 point shots. And if we do that, teams are going to have a hard time to beat us. This is an important point because the open threes in the corner, because of Nick Nurse's defensive schemes, were just too plentiful and nailed against us. A huge weapon used against the Raptors last year. And I think Trevor Jay's got a point here. If Darko's system, which builds out from the paint and rim protection, can get to those corners easier than Nick's crazy switch and run around and double system, we may be better off in this department. It's a good point, Trevor. I agree. Our defense is number one. That's right. All right, back on action. We see Brazil's team giving daps to each other. They're getting ready for the game. As I said, Bruno's really the marquee name on their team. I haven't really looked at their roster too much, but I do know Caboclo is really kind of the main name dude. There's Captain Canada. That's what they're touting, Kelly Olynyk at this point, with his headband striding out to the middle of court, just so you guys have a time signature where I'm at. There is Jenna Renault, the referee. Once again, will be Jenna Renault. We've had her for 3 straight games now. She's not a horrible ref. It's interesting to have a WNBA/NBA reffing in this game in international play. We see Dwight Powell stretching in the middle court, getting ready to do the jump ball. There's RJ and Dylan, and there's Kelly also. We're excited about this game, Americas versus Americas. You know, when you say the word American, that means Canada, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico. That means all of them. American mean U.S. And that word American has been hijacked by people who think they're more important than everybody else. American can be any of our countries. You can say USAian. That may be more apt. All right, here's the jump ball, throwing it up, and Brazil bats it to SGA. I don't know if that's what they intended. The Brazilian center jumped, and he hit the ball right to SGA. So we're got the ball first. Let's go Canada. Working the ball around at the top, getting everybody to touch the ball a little bit first. Kelly Olynyk backing down number 32 for Brazil. He has the ball poked away, but he recovers it. Coming back at him, coming around the other way. He shakes him off, does a nice little move, but he misses. But Powell's there to get the ball for another chance. RJ coming right down the lane. He throws it up strong, and he gets it high off the glass. It looked like it went in, but it didn't. And there's our guy, Bruno, tying up the ball. Is that a jump ball, or are they going to do a possession thing? If it's a tie up like that, I don't think they do jump balls. They actually just do alternating possessions. So Brazil gets the ball off that tie up by Bruno Caboclo. I really thought the RJ shot was high enough off the glass, and the way it looked in the camera angle, it looked like it went through the net, but it did not, apparently, because it's still 0-0. Here we go. And we got Brazil moving the ball around. We got a guy posting up, a big guy posting up SGA. Let's see how they handle that. He moves out of the way, and the man falls down and travels, and the ball goes out of bounds. Soares is the name of the guy. Soares just tried to back down SGA. He got out of the way. He fell on his butt, and they lost the ball. Here we go. Canada inbounding. SGA's got the ball now. He's got heavy full court pressure there, but Kelly's going to bring it down the court as the point center. And there's RJ passing it to Dwight. Dwight gives a screen to SGA. He gets it back to SGA. SGA's working in the corner. Let's see how he does his dribble. Let's see that immense talent of SGA. He's got the double on him. He finds the open man, which is Kelly. Kelly goes to the lane and draws, but they converge on him. There's SGA high off the glass. Another very high shot off the glass, but it doesn't go either. So far, a defensive battle between Brazil and Canada. A minute and a half into the game and no score. Very, very interesting. Here we go. Brazil working on the outside with SGA on the ball. Let's see what happens here. They throw it into the postman, and there is Kelly right on his back. Let's see. He comes back out. 14 dribbling around outside. He comes into the lane. He's going by Kelly Olynyk, and he misses the layup too strong. Dylan Brooks coming back the other way, coming bullying through the lane, and he actually cleared everybody out and gave it to Dwight Powell, who jams it home for the first basket of the game. 2 points for Canada, 2-0, 8 minutes to go in the first. Here we go. All right, Dylan Brooks with that dogged defense. He gets a foul called on him. He's trying to plead his case to the referee about what happened there, but they're not having it. So Dylan getting a foul there. It's going to happen. Dylan Brooks can get a foul. That's a nice right-handed jam by Dwight Powell. You see how Dylan went right into Bruno and those guys and got them out of the play. And then Dwight's jamming on Bruno Caboclo, making him a poster right there. That was awesome. That was awesome. Still 2-0. Look at RJ getting pushed by Soares. He doesn't like that. He's like, hey, you going to let that Soares guy push me? No. All right, Brazil inbounds the ball. They're moving it around at the top of the key. Let's see what happens here. trying to get some screens, trying to free some players. They're going to let Bruno have some room outside. Bruno wearing number 50 for Brazil. Oh, a tip out by SGA. He knocks it out of bounds. A nice deflection there. We do keep track of that stat in the modern NBA and FIBA. Deflections, getting that hand in there and just poking it out of there. Even if you don't get the ball, those things are counted at this point. Thank Nick Nurse for that. There's a long shot by Bruno. He chucks it over the top of the backboard. I guess they had no time on the shot clock. Bruno had to heave it, and it didn't look pretty, that's for sure. Let's go. Yes, Dana. She's loving that Dwight Powell jam to start it off. And Cool Cat's here. Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Let's go, Team Canada. Always good to see our good friend, Cool Cat. We love you, Cool Cat. I hope you're having a TGIF. And let's get ready for this great weekend with a great Canada victory over Brazil. Look at that. Dylan sneaking into the lane. He had a shot, but he missed it. Just a little too strong off the rim with the bank. Too bad. 2-0 still for Canada. Very low scoring so far. This is interesting. It's a little bit of a battle. Maybe some nerves need to be taken down a little bit. Who knows? Settle down the game and get into your game, Canada. There's a 3 by Bruno Caboclo. There is Raptors draft pick. Bruno Caboclo opening up the scoring for his team, Brazil, with a 3-pointer. There, yeah, very interesting. Let's see. Fiercely Salsera's here. Good morning, fam, and happy Friday. Late joining in, but I'm here to support our team, Canada. That's right, Fiercely Salsera. Scotty Barnes, Twitch Family 2022. That is right. Look at Bruno hitting that 3 in the replay there. Crazy stuff. There's Tom Dookie, and he's got the Jordy Fernandez emote. Yes, he was requested yesterday by Monique, and we have that Team Canada Jordy Fernandez emote is up now. Yeah, Dwight Powell again. Okay, you're ahead. Don't tell me. You're ahead. There we go. There's Dwight Powell making the layup, falling flat on his face while he makes it 4-3 for Canada. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit behind y'all, just so y'all know. It's just how it's going to have to be. There's a bit of a delay in watching it and then broadcasting it on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. There is super fan Monique Lawrence. Good morning, everyone. Go Canada. Good to see the greatest super fan. Monique Lawrence is in our chat. Fiercely saying, is the game on Sportsnet? You can't find it? It should be on Sportsnet. It should be very easy to find on it. If it isn't easy to find on Sportsnet, it's Rogers' fault. They're jerks. All right, Dwight makes the free throw. It's a little bit of a toilet bowl spin around to go in. It's 5-3 for Canada, 2-point lead. 7 minutes to go in the first. Yeah, real early. Isaac's got Jordy, and he's also, wait, is that a RJ? Is that an RJ emote there also? It looks like an RJ emote that you put in there too, Tom. Tom's always coming up with surprises, surprising emotes, and all kinds of stuff. The emoji game of Tom Duke is strong, and I love to see his work. It's always a surprise to me. He has control over this. I'm not doing these emotes, y'all. It's Tom Duke's work because he has access to my channel as a producer, and he can go in and change this stuff in the middle of the night when I'm not watching, and all of a sudden I'm surprised. Oh, there's Jordy Fernandez. I love it, Tom. This is fantastic. Yeah, Fiercey got it. Yay. Okay, you found the game. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Fiercey. So happy to hear you found the game. Tom Duke saying Grady and Scotty are chilling out sometimes so that the DGA and Jordy could join us. Oh, that's SGA. Okay, so that's actually SGA. It's so small, Tom. It's hard for me to tell. I thought that was RJ for some reason, but that's actually Shay. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. Sometimes means today. SGA. That's right. Okay, cool. Yeah, listen, whatever, man. You can rotate those in and out as you feel. And, the request was made yesterday. Monique wants it. Well, let's give them what they want. The public wants that. They get it. All right. Brazil just tied it up on a putback by Caboclo. So he's got all 5 of Brazil's points so far. 5-5 is the game with 5.5 to go. So let's see. SGA is working in the lane. He misses a layup. He's gotten hit there. He got hit there. In the NBA, he probably would have gone to the foul line. But this is FIBA, baby. This is a more physical brand, and they're not going to be pussyfooting giving superstars superstar calls. You got to really earn it here. There you go. All right, they're posting up this big man on Dylan Brooks. Let's see if that's smart or not. Probably not. Let's see. They got to switch, but Kelly's there to try and help, but he's too slow. And the big man goes up and around, soars with that score, number 10 for Brazil. 7-5, Brazil's up now. SGA working, backing down on the side, and he comes around and he takes a shot, and it doesn't go in. So once again, SGA a little bit having a hard time getting going in the first half. But we know the pattern has been he may start slow in the first half, but in the second half, he's gangbusters, and he's just absolutely killing it. So we'll see if that pattern holds. And we just want Canada to win. I don't care who steps up and who does what. We just want Canada to have more points at the end of the game. That's what matters. And if there's a way more points, that can always help. Point differential does help still. All right, they threw the ball away, but nobody was paying attention. Somebody could have scooped that one really, really quick, but they do end up recovering it. Brazil. Now Bruno's attacking the rim and he jams it down hard, and the Brazilian bench is loving that. 9-5. Bruno was 7 of the 9 points. He's 100% from the field. Yeah, Bruno Cabico, former Raptor. You got to kind of feel proud of him, and to a degree, even though he's on the other side today. RJ's working at the top. He shakes off his defender. He steps back for a 3. He misses. So USA not sharp from the field so far in this game. I mean, Canada not sharp from the field so far in this game. I don't know why I said USA. That's ridiculous. All right, let's see Brazil working the ball around. Under 4 to go in the first quarter. They're kind of slowing it down, kind of trying to get organized. Nobody's really moving. Now they go in motion, and there's a switch, and Dwight Powell's got the ball handler, and he kind of muscles up. He got hit in the face. Jordy's looking at the ref like, you didn't see him slap Dwight Powell in the face on his move going up? Let's see it right now up close. Yeah, he elbowed him. He elbowed him. He came up with the elbow, and he nailed him right in the mouth, and that's kind of why he fell off of him as a defender. So, yeah, very interesting. Brazil coming out very physical and also very aggressive, Bruno in particular. And they had the lead to start. It looks like we're getting our first break of the game right now. Yeah, let's go. G's saying they're attacking our rim. I don't like these slow starts at all. Yeah, this is something that we hate as Raptors fans because we've dealt with them with our team, the Raptors. And when this kind of stuff happens, it's kind of, it sucks. But you know what? I'm not worried about this. In some ways, I know how this Team Canada, can just turn it on and really bust things open and get 20-point leads within 5 minutes. So I'm not worried. We got to get settled down and just keep doing what we're supposed to do correctly, and everything will be all right. So you know what, it's going to be what it is. France a little bit of shine and feeling good at the beginning, and we'll come back and crush their dreams later. How about that? Yeah. All right. So Canada inbound the ball. Jenna Renault gives the ball to SGA. He throws it into Dwight Powell. 3.5 to go in the first. SGA gets the ball back. He's working with a triple team, and he's trying to try and go through it. He actually almost had a quadruple team there almost. Yeah, there's somebody open when you get that kind of attention, SGA. Look at all 5 of the players are right around you, bro. Your teammates are all around you. Kick it out. Drive and kick. Coach Cool Cat will tell you that. Drive and kick, SGA. You got 5 defenders on you. That means all of your teammates are open. Well, he's at the free throw line at least, so he's going to get something here, hopefully. He puts the first free throw up. It's good, 12-6 for Brazil. The Brazilian player pleading his case to the FIBA official. He's not having it. He's like, listen, man, this is what happened, bro. You did this. You did this, bro. Stargate's here. Sup, freaks? Good team, Canada. Yes. Oh, Stargate. Good to see Raptor Freak Stargate. Lou Dort coming in the game for Canada. Good to see him back in action. After missing a few games, Lou gets Dort returns to action for Team Canada against Brazil. So happy to see the defensive guard in there. Nickel also in the game for Team Canada at this point, playing alongside his cousin Shea. And we got Powell and Dylan Brooks are the other ones that stayed in. RJ and Kelly out. So here we go. Let's see what our defense looks like with the substitutions of Dort and Nickel coming in. Oh, SGA all over 14. You know, I got a hand on it. And that man, if he makes that, I'm like, dude, you just made that shot with SGA all over you. That would be impressive. But no, he did not make the 3. And Dylan Brooks kind of getting the rebound, but there's some sort of call. All right, it's Canada's ball. Good stuff. Yeah, Cool Cat saying Nickel is our constant 3-point shooter on our team. Okay, I'm going to guess that he's about to shoot a 3 and make it. We'll see. Y'all got to remember, you're a little ahead of me. So there we go. There's the 3 by Nickel, and boom, there it goes. Yeah, I'm going to ignore y'all's comments because I want to watch this fresh without any spoilers. So I might put y'all a little bit. I'll come back to see you guys a little bit in a little bit, just so I can call it fresh. Yes, I don't want to know what's going to happen. All right, let's see. Brazil's dribbling at the top. There's Dwight Powell out to cover the guy with the ball. He's trying to get some penetration down the lane. He steps back. He takes a shot and he makes it. Brazil making that shot, 14-10, 2:16 to go in the first quarter. SGA coming back the other way with his Thunder backcourt mate Lou Dort on the other side. Dwight Powell swings it over to Nickel in the corner. Nickel attacking from the corner. He does a little bit of footwork, but passes it over to Lou. Lou hits the three. Love to see Lou Dort coming back in and making a shot right away. We know that he can be one of these guys that can take a lot of shots and not be a very high percentage shooter. So, yeah, we're going to need Lou to hit his shot if he's going to be left open and stuff like that. So here we go. Brazil's working it all around. Let's see. Nickel on the ball at the top. He works around the white switches. And there's a foul. And they're going to call an offensive foul on the big Brazil player. He pushed off on that screen. And Jenna Renault with the call. So, yeah, Canada's ball, unforced turnover, because this guy just decided to Alexander Walker like that. Yeah, he held him under his arm. I could see that. And that's probably why Jenna called it. All right, SGA coming back the other way. Let's see what happens here on this possession for Canada. He goes right down the lane, really talented, but he got blocked. Big time block by Brazil there. He had the burst and he had him beat, but there was a block by, I believe that was Bruno that just blocked SGA. Bruno is a five-tool star. He can shoot. He can block. He can rebound. He can pass. He can do a lot of stuff on the basketball court. He really has developed into that at this point in his professional career. A little spin off by 11 off of Kelly Olynyk. Kelly's looking a little slow today. For some reason, around the basket on defense, he's not recovering quick enough to get there to really stop them. And they're getting scores around him down low. In some ways, Dwight's better at recovering on those things than Kelly is. But yeah, Kelly looking a little slow to recover on defense and stop these guys. Bad shot by Canada. They miss it, and Brazil has the ball coming back the other way. Just about 30 seconds to go in the first quarter at this point. So 16-13 for Brazil. A very low scoring quarter for Canada. I'm sure that this will be the lowest scoring quarter for this team for the whole game. All right, long three by Brazil. They miss it. And now Canada's coming back. Hopefully, you get the last shot and maybe even tie this game with a three-pointer, or who knows? We'll see. You guys might know ahead of me. Y'all will probably know right now what's going to happen. 10 seconds to go. Let's see if they're successful at getting a score here. SGA calling for a pick. Then he gets it over to Olynyk. Olynyk throws it to Nickel in the corner, and he misses the three. And that's the end of the first. 16-13 for Brazil after one. So a 3-point lead for Brazil after the first quarter. Now, this has happened in the last couple games where Canada will be losing after the first quarter, and it's no big deal. They were losing by 10 to Latvia in the last game, and it was no big deal. They ended up winning by 26 still. So I'm not sweating this. In some ways, the first half is kind of feeling out half, and it's not really, if it's competitive, if the other team's winning in the first half, who cares? It's the second half is the time when Team Canada buckles down on defense and they really shine. So, a little bit of like this and stuff. I understand G's concerns, but to me, it's not going to matter because our talent will overwhelm them and way surpass them before the end of this game, especially in the second half. So I'm really, really excited about that. All right, let's see what else y'all are saying here. MSJ's here. Good to see Chris. Hope this is a win. Hope everyone is having a good day. Good to see you, Chris. Mug Brothers forever. And yeah, TGIF, brother. And just have a great day yourself. I'm having a good day so far. I've got a lot of things to do today. The first of the month is always a busy day for me. And I've got my regular video work today too also. So I've got quite a bit on the plate for me today, along with this watch along. G saying SGA needs to work on his mid-range game. They're all over him in the paint. Yeah, they're hammering him, and he's not getting too much respect. We did see him go to the line a little bit, but, it's going to be a grind. We got to earn things in the FIBA game. You can't just coast on your NBA status of being a golden boy or being somebody designated as a star of the Oklahoma City Thunder. You've got to go and earn it every time, every possession, every time you're touching that ball. FIBA will reward you there, but you can't coast on it and say, oh, look who I am. I'm LeBron James. You need to call that whistle. No, there's none of that in this kind of stuff for sure. Yeah, let's see. Cool Cat saying Canada need to play their own pace and not Brazil's slow pace. That's interesting. So yeah, Brazil's known for playing slow. We have been definitely playing at their pace. Now, part of it is we got started on the defensive end. We get to steal, we get a block, we get sort of good defensive play where we can get in transition and run that ball back at them. That is a great key to get things going for our team to change the pace for sure. So let's some defensive stops in impressive big ways like a steal, and then we can maybe get going. As they just stole it, and they're going in transition opposite to open up the second. Bruno making a score over Kelly to start the second quarter. Not good, not good. 5-point lead for Brazil. Nickel coming around. He's got Phil Scrubb next to him now. Phil Scrubb in the game, early in the game now. He takes a little run and stop, and he hits it. Love to see Philip Scrubb getting some offense for us going here. This is really, really good. Anything we can get out of Philip is fantastic. It's bonus. That's interesting that they put Scrubb in there right now because honestly, in some ways, he's at the end of the bench. I think this is a Jordy substitution to get them to settle down and maybe start playing a little bit more in the FIBA style because Scrubb always signifies that for me. He's a FIBA player. And when they bring him out, it's almost like we got to conform the FIBA rules a little bit more. And that's why we have Philip Scrubb out there. But him getting a basket right away, that's very good and interesting. So we'll see how this goes for even further here. Oh, it seems like who else is in? Let's see. Melvin Ejim is in the game also off the bench. So they got that FIBA Team Canada veteran core right now with Olenek, Ejim, and Scrubb out there for Canada. Those are the guys who've been playing for this team the longest. So having them out there is the experience against the experience of Brazil. Because in some ways, teams like Brazil, Italy, and Greece are these really experienced team-oriented teams that they may not have a lot of star power, but they're very good as a team with each other. So here we go. Nickel throwing the ball up after a miss for Brazil. And Kelly nails a three. Big time three by Kelly Olynyk in transition. Transition three to tie up the game. 8:50 to go in the first half. Let's see. Dogging the point guard for Brazil is Nickel Alexander-Walker. And he gets a cheap reach-in foul. Really dumb foul right there. It's like I know he was gambling for it there, but it was just a little cheap foul. But in some ways, Nikel's not. I'm not worried about him getting 5 fouls and getting in foul trouble. It's just not the type of player he is for the most part. Why Not is here. He's saying always a good vibe in this channel. Thank you, Why Not. I appreciate that. I hope you'll subscribe or whatever you want to do, man. Join up on the membership. Whatever you want to do. This channel's here, and you want to come back during the season. Because when we're covering Raptors, it's even more fun. I mean, Canada has been a blast covering this FIBA World Cup, but our bread and butter is the Raptors, baby. And if you're a big Raptors fan, you're definitely going to want to subscribe and just hang around. Why not? Thanks for the compliment, though. All right, let's see. Brazil making a score there. Basket 20-18 now with 8.5 to go in the first half. Here we go. Moving it around. Lou Dort for three again. Let's see if he's still on. No, that one rimmed out. Unfortunately, it went down and then came back out. Oh, Kelly gets the ball, scrappiness underneath the basket, and he puts it back. Very much a garbage point there by Kelly Olynyk in tying the game up 20-20. 8 minutes to go in the half. Let's see what Brazil does to try and counterpoint here after this quick score by Kelly there off the garbage offensive rebound. Let's see. They're moving around. Looked like Scrubb grabbed the guy's arm, but it's okay. 9 with a runner, banker. That was like old school craziness right there. Number 9 for Brazil, making a little runner banker in the air. Very interesting shot. Lou Dort working with Scrubb out to Nickel at the top of the key. He takes a pick from Kelly, and then he rockets the ball across the court to Lou Dort, who gets hit with contact. And hopefully, yes, it does count. It's an and one, and Lou's feeling tough. Lou is feeling tough from that move. Number 9 hit him. There's a little shoulder into you, buddy. The foul's on you, and now I'm going to just put it in. That's right. 3 points the hard way. I love it. Country Kong is here. Good morning, Raptors freaks. Lex, now that David Johnson's been waived and I can evaluate Masai's trading TD3, more than serviceable role player and much needed shooter for Delano and a waived DJ. So you're talking Masai's work because David Johnson's been point. I don't know if he's been waived. He got actually traded to the other G League team. So David Johnson's going to be on another G League team this year. He got traded for Tremont Waters and a couple other things. I think money and another player. All right, let's see. There's a miss by Brazil, but they get their own rebound. It's Bruno. He's trying to fight in there. He misses a dunk. Really funny. All right, but Phil Scrubb's got the ball. He's coming back the other way. 1 point lead for Canada. Phil shoots it up. He misses. Bruno with the rebound. Bruno's all over the place for Brazil. He really is their best player. Really, really is. Bruno Cabaco. All right, let's see. Working it around Brazil. Let's see if they can get an open shot, or they are just going to be stymied by the superior talent and length of Team Canada. Let's see. Bruno gets the ball fed to him with Dort on his back. That's no good. And there's a big block by Melvin Ejim saying, "Nope, no, you don't. You don't do this here. This is Canada's court today, bro. You're not going to go up like that." Melvin Ejim block you. That's right. Bam. Get out of here with that garbage. Get out of here with that garbage. Yeah. G saying Kelly Olynyk, Canada has a great IQ. Yeah. Kelly O is our dude. He is our dude, our captain, our experienced dude. And he's been leading this team very, very well. As the captain, SGA leading the team very well as the scorer on the court. Yes, there's a miss by Brazil, and we recover the ball. Nickel over to SGA, who's returned to the. Let's see how SGA works now. Usually it's in his second stint that he starts get going. It may be in the first part of the game when they're just starting. It's kind of end. Well, Lou Dort is on fire. He hits another three. This is great. If we're going to have one guy who's a little cold, we're going to need another guy from Team Canada to step up and start bombing and making stuff. If it's not going to be SGA, it needs to be RJ. If it's not going to be RJ, it needs to be Lou. And right now it is Lou, and I love it. 26-22, 4-point lead for Canada at this point. All right, let's see. Good defense. No fouls. Get some steals and blocks, gentlemen. There we go. A missed shot by Brazil, and RJ's got the rebound. He's bringing it back the other way. He's got some juice in his dribble. It looks like he held his dribble, but they're not going to call it travel. That's weird. He misses that shot. That was better. He could have done better with that. It seemed like he was a little indecisive about what he should do in that moment. We don't want you to do that, RJ. You go with your natural proclivities to do whatever, and they're not sexual, as we talked about yesterday with Nameless, with the proclivities talk. That was weird, but yeah, RJ, just go for it. All right, there's a three by Brazil, big three by Benit, 26-25, 1-point lead for Canada. 5 minutes to go in the first half. SGA got the ball right now. He's working. Let's see what he does. He takes a little shot from the baseline, and it rims out. He is not on today so far. He is not on. We'll see if that changes for the second half. We very much want to see the very, very, very good SGA and not the one who's missing shots all the time. So let's see what happens if this game transforms for him at some point. All right, they're attacking the rim. Brazil gets the ball knocked out of there by Dwight Powell, and RJ cleans it up, and they're going to the corner again. It's Lou Dort. He misses that three. SGA gets it back. He throws it back up, and he's fouled, pushed to the ground. SGA will be going to the foul line. The foul's on Yago. Yago number 2 for Brazil. Yes. Let's see. Dana's got me on blast, and Dort. Yes, the Dorture chamber is open. Dorture. Yeah. Dana's saying I'm gonna lose my voice yelling at my TV. See, that's a proud Canadian. She's really putting her voice and audible power into helping fuel the energy for Canada across all the way on the other side of the world. You got to yell loud for them to hear you, Dana. That's for sure. Yeah. Hey, listen, lose your voice on a Friday morning. Then you have an excuse. You tell your boss, I can't talk. I lost my voice yelling at Team Canada this morning. I need to go home early, please. This is a great excuse. Tom's laughing about it. Monique said, congratulations, Tremont Waters. Again, hopefully with us for a longer stint this time around. Yeah, I don't know. In some ways, it's easy come, easy go with the 905. It's not like they're trying to hold on to people and keep them for years and years on end. It really is kind of like you're here for a year or two. If you're here for 3 years, that's amazing. Honestly, if you're on the Raptors 905 for 3 years, that's kind of amazing to me. So we'll see. Hopefully he does do some good stuff. In some ways, it's going to be interesting to see Tremont work with Marquise Noel. And see how that dynamic works. I don't want to see Tremont doing so well that he's doing better than Noel, and he's kind of like maybe possibly getting switched to the two-way instead of Noel. In some ways, Tremont Waters is more a competition for Marquise Noel. So we'll just have to see how that all shakes out. I'd much rather see Marquise do well than Tremont Waters. Let's just put it that way. So G saying, I like how calm and confident you are in these lives. That helps me personally, as I am probably more like Dana. All right, well, there's a 1-point lead for Canada right now. Brazil getting a score just now, 28-27. Under 4 minutes to go. SGA's got his defender on the back, and he was in the lane, but he passes it out to Dort, misses the shot. Dwight Powell bats it to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks back to Dwight Powell. SGA's got a wide open three coming around Dwight Powell, and he nails it. That's right, 31-27, 4-point lead for Canada. SGA is 1 for 1 for three, but every other shot he's taken, he's missed. So maybe you just need to shoot threes, SGA. Just shoot the threes because you're not doing anything good inside the 2 points right now. So let's see. All right, Brazil's trying to work the ball. The little guy's shaking off Dwight Powell, who hits the ball, and then they fall out of bounds, losing the ball. Brazil looking like bumbling idiots. And on that play right there, it's like, man, that pass came to you, you couldn't handle it, and then you fell trying to get it and knocked it out of bounds. That's just how it goes sometimes, Guy Santos, number 11. Yeah, what am I supposed to do? It's all right. Keep doing it. You're doing great, man. The encouragement from the Brazilian coaches. Here we go. Inbounding the ball. SGA bringing it back. Let's see what happens here. 4-point lead for Canada. That's what we want to see. Just as long as we're winning, and we can win by a lot, that'll be even better. Oh, Kelly stumbles, but he keeps his dribble. I don't know how. And he gets hit in the face by Bruno also. A little clothesline just at the end of the play. That's a little crazy. I don't know if he's acting there or what. They may actually go review this. They might actually do that. Kelly's like, oh, you hit me. He hit me. He did like a clothesline. That looked like Barry Windham's lariat in around circa 1987 that just happened there with Bruno Caboclo. He falls first. He keeps his dribble. He comes. It's very awkward. And then boom, he just smacks him in the face with his forearm. And Kelly, of course, doing the overacting. Kelly, crumble like a cheap car made of like tin. Yeah, he just crumbled to the ground. And yeah, let's see what happens here. Are they reviewing it? It looks like they're taking a timeout, and maybe they'll give him a flagrant. These guys are talking about it. Look at those refs. They're like, I saw it. He got smacked in the face. Jenna Renault shaking her head. Yep. Bruno's like, I didn't mean to hurt him. I just he ran into my arm is probably what Bruno Caboclo is thinking right now. These guys are like, let's go look at it. It'll be fun. We'll go walk over here and look at it. All right, we're going to look at it. Yeah, see, he did a little circle. Yeah, let's go look at it. The referee's going to check it out. Yeah, that should be a tech. Dana from Canada is saying that's it. And Brazil's looking a little tired. That is one of our advantages. We run teams ragged before the end of the game, and they get real tired. And then we see funny stuff happen where they are exhausted, and we just run them up after that. That's part of what we do. And that's will be interesting against USA if we get to play them. If we can tire them out, because they may be very evenly matched with us as far as energy and endurance, being NBA players. It really is. The NBA players have the best endurance and conditioning in the world. These dudes really, really do. And it's shown at FIBA in some ways. So hopefully we can tire out Brazil today and tire out Spain on Sunday. That's right. Yeah. Fiercely saying, yo, what the hell, Bruno Caboclo? Yeah, I don't think he really meant to hit him. It's just like, oh, you're walking into my arm. I'm pointing over this way. And, I don't know. It seems really natural and not really mean-spirited. I think it's kind of funny, though. It's comedy. I mean, Kelly really is a good actor. And that's one of his strengths is getting fouls called. I don't know. Some idiot driving by with a really loud car. Let's see. G saying he cut him. Imagine players like LeBron and Embiid and Harden getting hit like that. Yeah, they would probably be like, oh, they'd be like acting like they were having some sort of crazy thing happening to them or something. They would be over exaggerating. That's for sure. They would definitely be over exaggerating. I'm glad I can be a calming influence on G and Dana. They're a little amped up and a little. In some ways, I'm not as worried about Canada as the Raptors, and I don't get as like I do with the Raptors games because I really want the Raptors to win. And in some ways, I have a calm confidence about Team Canada because in some ways, we're just like the U.S. We have the deck stacked in our favor. We really do. All right, this is the call is this, and there's going to say 2 shots and the ball. So I'm pretty sure that's what he said with it. And he said, listen, you smacked them in the face and you didn't have to. So, yeah, but he's like, listen, I know you walked into it, but you didn't have to follow through. And you kind of did hit him right in the face. So this isn't going to go. No, Bruno. No, Bruno. No, Bruno. All right, let's see. No, they're lining up. So I think it's just a regular foul. Oh, no, wait, they aren't lining up. Okay, so they are going to get 2 shots and the ball. Fantastic stuff. Kelly Olynyk showing his smart poise and veteran guile of drawing a 2-shot free throws and then getting the ball possession also because Bruno slapped him in the face. Yeah, let's go. 2 shots in the ball. Let's go. That's right. And the Oscar goes to Kelly Olynyk. Thank you, Fiercey. Fiercey is a Oscar presenter in this game. Isaac Campbell has got me and the pancakes out. Okay, we got to get those maple syrup out soon. We got to start bringing the score up bigger. Uh-oh, there's some contention at the scorers table. Very emphatic explaining about what's going on here from the Jakarta crew at the bench there. Yeah, good stuff. G saying, there you go, SGA. Use that mid range. All right. Make sure. All right, I'm going to see SGA score right here because G is ahead of me. Let's see. He's predicted the score. Let's see. He dribbles in. Yeah, that's an easy shot. They laid off of him. They're not right up on him, and he kind of falls back. There's a good Canadian fan in Indonesia coming all the way to Indonesia to watch this game. Timeout, and Canada is up. That's right. Nice little shot in the lane by SGA. Just a little. Oh, Bruno, you're going that way. Well, I'll stay here and I'll shoot it over you. That's right. Get that Canadian pride going there in Canada, FIBA. Yeah, that's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. So SGA, he's probably got about 5 points now at this point. Tom Duke's got the pat of butter with the waffles, but I don't know. Too close. We need to get that thick maple syrup lead, and then we can start talking about getting the pat of butter and saying this one's over, baby. Just like Chuck Swirsky would say, get the salami and cheese. That's my saying is get that pat of butter because we got 100% Canadian maple syrup poured on real thick on that stack. And we need to make sure we get that thick lead in this game with that maple syrup. That's right. Dana has got Canada all over the chat. She is loving Canada's effort out here today. That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see what else is going on in today's scores. I'm going to go do an update on some of the scores from the other games just real quick. Looks like with the Lithuania and Greece game, it is now 70-60 for Lithuania. The tides have turned, and Lithuania has taken the lead by 10 with 8 minutes to go in that game. Let's see. Slovenia and Australia, are they done yet? They may be done by now. No, they've got 8 minutes to go still. And the score there is 91-80. Oh, wait, that game is over. 91-80, Slovenia beating Australia at the end. Fantastic stuff. And then Puerto Rico did beat Dominican. Holy crap. Puerto Rico coming up big against Dominican Republic, 102-97. Cat gets a loss. I'm shocked by that. That's a big upset right there to me. Once again, Puerto Rico beating Dominican. That's not bad. That's a good thing because Puerto Rico's suspect. We can beat them. And Dominican was starting to scare me with Cat. All right, SGA is operating with action back on, and he gets up and under, and he gets a nice little twirl and lay in. That kind of goes around, hits the backboard, goes around the rim, and falls in. 10-point lead for Canada now, 37-27. SGA with 11 points. Let's see what happens here. Brazil's going to try and retort, down by 10 all of a sudden with 2 minutes to go in the first half. All right, let's see. The little man takes a long three, and missed it, and they get their own rebound, though. He throws it way out to get it back. They're going to get another chance. Minute 45 to go in the first half. Coming down the lane, there's a foul on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul in the game. They may want to watch that, but maybe not. Maybe they won't care. It's late enough in the this first half that maybe they can get him have two fouls, and no big deal. We'll go to halftime, and he'll have 3 still for the second half. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hold right there, and I see that's why they killed it. And then he kind of pushed him on the side there too. Villain Dylan in full effect. We love seeing that. Puerto Rico beat the Dominican Republic. I'm shocked by that. And not only that, they beat them by a double-digit score. Dominican was winning that game, and in some ways they had the best weapon in that. So who knows? Tremont Waters coming up big with Puerto Rico winning against Dominican Republic today. Very much watching all the Americas teams, including the 2 we're watching right now, Canada and Brazil. Yeah, these games matter. When there's an Americas team playing, we care about this. And losing to Puerto Rico is huge news. So a couple of upsets today in this action on Friday. Here we go. Kelly Olynyk gets the rebound off of Brazil miss, and we're coming back the other way. A minute and a half to go in the first half. Let's see. He's trying to work it around, finding a person to pass it to. RJ gets it to Dwight. Dwight and Kelly working with each other. Now Gilgeous-Alexander has it. He's working around. He's trying to dribble. He's keeping a court vision. Oh, stutter step. And then he takes the 3. and he hits the front of the rim, doesn't make it. Brazil with the rebound, coming the other way, 10-point lead for Canada. That's what we like. Get that maple syrup thick. 10-point lead. That's pretty good. But can we get a lead of 20 or 30 for our good friend Bradley, the Canadian Cowboy? We want to make sure we get a good lead for our good friend Bradley. That's right. Let's go. Dana says, let's go. Let's see. There's 99 faked the three, and he didn't shoot it. And there's a travel. They actually called a travel on number 99 for his little sidestep. And an unforced turnover for Brazil, and Canada's got the ball to 41 seconds to go in the half. Let's see. Olynyk is throwing it in. Yeah. Saying Kelly and Dwight on together has helped protect the rim better. Yeah. In some ways, they need both of them. In some ways, they do different things. Kelly's more the physical. Dwight can be physical also. Kelly's more the physical guy, and Dwight is more likely to be the rim protector. It's not like Kelly Olynyk's a big-time shot blocker. And Dwight Powell is much more likely to block shots. So Kelly's kind of the push around guy, and Dwight maybe be the guy get up there and actually protect the rim with the block shots. So they do kind of do different things, and they're a great complement to each other. And it's crazy because in some ways, Canada plays with a two-man front court, not like in the NBA. We know we have three-man front courts with two forwards and a center. Well, often Canada is playing with two front court players and three back court players. It seems like the style they're playing. We're at break real quick. Let's see what else is saying. Brazil is looking gassed, fully gassed. Yeah, they're going to need this halftime to get a rest for a second. We'll see how long they get gassed into the third quarter, running around with those Canadian athletes. Really, really hard to do. These guys are creme de la creme. Yes. And at halftime, we'll do our Raptors Instagram check real quick. Yeah, let's see. Tom Duke is looking gassed with his emoticon language. And Isaac Campbell has got Santa with me and a pumpkin. So he's saying a holiday Lex. Yeah, let's get ready for the holiday season with Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas all coming up in the next couple months. That's right. Spend some time with your family. Get out there and trick or treat with your kids. Eat a big dinner. So you have to adjust your belt. Yeah, that's the season coming up. The holiday season, Isaac Campbell. I love it. I love it so much. All right, let's see the last couple seconds of this half. We got 33 on the clock, 24 on the shot clock, 10-point lead for Canada over Brazil, 37-27. Let's see how much that lead will be at the half. Zach Edey looking like he's got his warm-ups off. Is he going to get in there soon? I'd like to see Zach back out there, the dominant young Canadian with the 7'4" body. That would be great to see him out there. Yeah, it'd be awesome. All right, let's see how this goes. Who has the ball? I forget. I think Brazil's got the ball. They're inbounding it. Dortcher Chamber on the full court press. Now he's kind of laying off. Let's see how he does this, Lou Dort. All right, they got the ball back to the other point guard, and he's got it with Kelly on him. Kelly coming out, and then Dort coming to the three-point shooter who's short. And Kelly Olynyk gets the rebound. 17 seconds to go in the first half. They've got a little bit of time to maneuver, but don't waste your time, SGA. I know you're being relaxed about it. Maybe you're rope-a-doping him. You know, he's got a little bit of dribble. He's got 6 seconds to go, and he gives it to RJ for the last shot. He misses the three. And then Kelly throws up, or no, that's Powell. He throws up a shot at the end, and he doesn't make it either. So it's going to stand at a 10-point lead, 37-20. Canada at the half. Very good stuff. Guardian Transit's here. Wow. Canada, Brazil, very physical. Yes. But that's the thing. Canada is a tough team. We can take that physicality and still keep going. And maybe the physicality of them playing like that is part of the reason why they're gassed. They're trying to beat us up, and they can't beat us up. And now they're tired because they're frustrated because they can't just beat us up and we'll go away. So, yeah, maybe they can beat up Puerto Rico. Maybe they can beat up other teams, but they can't beat us up. And in some ways, them expending so much energy to try to beat us up has made them tired. I love it. Yeah, Isaac Campbell saying, please like and subscribe and whatever else you want to do. Subscribe. I've taken off of the chat. Trevor J was saying, one of the things I like about your channel, Lex, is when you engage with people that aren't totally for the Raptors or Team Canada. So I'm inviting them to come in here because they don't have to subscribe anymore to talk in the chat right now. So if anybody want to come in here and they haven't just subscribed, they could come in here and talk trash to me and I could go off of them. So we'll see if that happens anytime soon. So I'm trying it without having you have to be a subscriber in the chat right now for a little bit. It's a trial. We'll see if anybody comes in. It'll be fun. All right, let's do that Raptors Instagram check real quick so I don't miss it like I did last time. We'll start with Yuta Watanabe. He's at a cafe with his friend from his team, Mako Six, and they're eating tacos. It looks like, and Yuta's so proud of his team right now. They've had a couple victories at FIBA World Cup, and it's not just him. He was big in the last one, but the one before he did not play big in, and there were other guys taking the shine and doing really well. So getting that camaraderie with Team Japan and just all the fun, good stuff that's happening. The Phoenix Suns fans are noticing Yuta in this tournament, and they're very excited about him suiting up for Phoenix this season in the NBA also. There's a picture of them arriving at the arena earlier today for their yesterday, I guess. And there's just a crazy amount of people there in Japan, and they're treating them like the Beatles, yelling and screaming at them as they go into the arena. Dennis Schroeder has got some cool ads. He's got 28 Black, welcome to the family. This is a Halloween or something like that, event or something going on, season tickets for some event, but it's a drink, I guess. And then he's got his feet going into the ice water, and it says "Ice, Ice, Baby." Vanilla Ice is playing, and he's getting treatment on his ankles, I guess, and his feet. And then he's on his way to the fourth game that they played today earlier, where they won. And he shows his pregame warm up and stretch. And there's his locker, Dennis Schroeder, number 17. And they got it handled. He signs his locker thing. Oh, he put the little umlaut on the O because they didn't put the umlaut on his name. So he went in and did it. And Dennis is also putting on blast something really nice that they've hit him and his some foundation or something is done. There's a little girl with braces on her legs, and it looks like they've helped her with funding or something to help her walk. So this is pretty incredible stuff, Dennis, and it's really heartwarming to see. So if you want to see something heartwarming from Dennis Schroeder, go to his Instagram stories and check out this little girl. She's so cute and she just inspires you. It's like, I don't know if she's been walking very long, but these braces look like they're giving her the opportunity to walk. So it'll make your heart lie. And then Dennis has a picture of him with the 4 out of 4, meaning they've won all 4 of their 4 games at FIBA World Cup so far, an undefeated team. We want to be like Dennis by the end of this game, 4 out of 4. That's right. Thad Young Jr. putting his kids through so much workouts all the time. He's showing the younger son in the workouts today, jumping from triangle to triangle with weights, getting their agility and all their stuff going in the middle there. It's really crazy, the stuff that they do to train people for basketball these days. There's so much more to it than there used to be. You got a lot of agility training with weights and different things like that, and jumping around with your feet. So check out Thad Young's workout with his kids. Very, very interesting stuff. Mr. New York City has got a picture of him with Isaiah Thomas, the more recent Isaiah Thomas, not Zeke that used to be the president of the Raptors. We're talking about Isaiah Thomas from Boston Celtics a few years ago, and they're at Rico Runs. So there is Isaiah Thomas went to Rico Runs and ran with them too. We're waiting, Rico. Put out the next Rico Runs clip. We want to see Scotty there. We want to see Chris Boucher. We want to see the guys who showed up later that we have not seen enough clips of for the Raptors there. And we know there's a lot of big names there that have come there also. Like Russell Westbrook is in some of the Rico Hines runs recently. So we want more clips. Get these edited and put them out, man. It's been a long time since the last one, and I'm worried that you're slowing up on your game. You need to get these out there. I'm telling you, bro, just stop messing around. As I said, Svi Mihalik has decided to decline his contract with Greece, Panathinaikos, and he was going to join Juancho Hernangomez. They signed with them like less than a month ago. Well, he's going back on that, and he's coming back to the NBA, signing with the Boston Celtics yesterday. I know it's gross. Ugh, Svi, what are you doing, bro? He's going to show up on the Celtics this year. He's going to be on their team, and he's going to be with Delano. And I remember that clip from when they were teammates on the Raptors where Delano said Svi doesn't know how to shoot. Garbage. Well, you got Svi on your team again, Delano. There you go. Instead of Justin, they cut Justin Champagny. Now they went and got Svi Mihalik. Your boy Scotty is putting on blast that Subway event from the other night. Him and Chris being there. It's so cool, the camaraderie between Chris Boucher and Scotty Barnes at that Subway Your Way event. Grady Dick is at Kansas still working out with his old college people, his college coaches, and probably the current Kansas team. So Grady is getting in workouts at his alma mater right now. That's nice to see. I always like to see the players go back to their old schools. And like Coloco was at Arizona in the last week also, and coming in and supporting and being a part of their as alumni and coming back and giving back to the young players that are coming up in the program. That's always good stuff. Casey Bannerman's got picture of Scotty Barnes in his car with the bread and butter gear on. This is some new a line that Casey's doing with some other designers. It's called Bread and Butter, and there's basically a picture of a butter stick and a bread on the shirt. And Scotty's putting on blast on his account and wearing the gear himself. So he's putting on blast there. Slim Duck with a great picture of him and Scotty at the Subway event. Was great seeing my former campers yesterday. They grow up fast. So Ryan Sways used to have Scotty and Chris as campers. I'm telling you, that building that the Subway event is next to is right near the DVP and the distillery district down there near there. I was right, because that is right there on the east side of the downtown area in Toronto where they had the Subway event outside. They did have the event outside. And like I said, I don't think this was open to the public. I think they brought in a small contingency of people just to have extras for the background in the crowd. And maybe some people won like a Subway contest. If you went to a Subway this summer and it said something like you could win a chance to be with NBA superstars at a Subway event in the future if you enter this contest, that's probably how you got the chance to go there too. But it wasn't advertised and people didn't know about it. If they had, that thing would have been lined up around the corner like it was for the Subway event that I went to last year that Scotty was at. But yeah, maybe this was part of it. They wanted to do it on down low because they knew the demand of people coming to it was going to be high and they couldn't handle it. So they didn't let nobody know about this. So yeah, Chris and Scotty have this all over their Instagram right now. The Subway event, everything Subway, Yes Way. They're giving out sandwiches. They've got their Subway hoodies on and stuff like that. So it's a very Subway thing. And Chris is saying also in a little thing, if I block you, I'm blocking everyone you're cool with. This is a Rico sweep. I think that's a funny joke considering the whole thing that's happening with Trump and his gang of malcontents, awful people. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Siakam still putting out pictures of his skills academy in Cameroon. He's in full effect over there. He's got individual pictures of different campers. And they look like just such a great little group of young people coming up, enjoying the game of basketball at the Skills Academy. So fantastic. Good stuff, Pascal, giving back. And we also heard that Siakam is actually going to be giving a scholarship towards the UMB McKenna's Institute and the River Phillip Foundation. They're putting $200,000 towards a new tech-focused scholarship to students from Cameroon in honor of Siakam. So there you go, doing something similar like Chris Boucher has a University of Toronto scholarship. Well, Siakam's getting a scholarship together for people from Cameroon to come take part in education here in North America. So good stuff. Siakam, as always, doing amazing things that go beyond basketball. That is the leadership of Masai Ujiri, and the example of him goes through in these players. You see Precious and Siakam coming back to Africa and giving so much back this summer. And that's a big, big deal. So good. All right, that's your Instagram check for today with the Raptors. Lots going on. It's the Subway event, Pascal Skills Academy, Grady at Kansas. Basically the stuff right there. Yeah. Let's go. All right, let's see. Fiercey saying they are gassed. Oh well, they're gonna learn today. Don't mess with Team Canada as we're quick and we have endurance. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. I will not disagree with that. Tripper J saying we have a 10-point lead. We're going to kick Brazil's ass. They look like they're gonna run out of gas. Brazil is going down, baby. That's right, Commissioner J. That is right. Top is here. Barrett has been underwhelming. He seems to be playing more of an NBA style, and he's not able to get to the net. Yeah, in the friendlies, he was muscling his way to get the net and really making a lot of layups just on pure muscle and using his strength. Well, we're not seeing that as much in the World Cup proper right now. But I'm fully predicting this top. RJ may be a bit of a disappointment so far at FIBA World Cup, but he's going to get his moments to shine. And I fully expect him to win a game for us or just take over in one of these games coming up. It could very well be in this game in the second half. So don't count him out. It's kind of like Dort showing up and hitting threes in this game. These guys are going to come and show up from time to time, different guys. SGA may be the most steady for sure. We can depend on he's going to score all the time. But it's true. RJ's field goal percentage for this tournament has not been good so far. And he could definitely improve it. And he knows that. He knows that. If anybody knows it, he knows it. And they're going to get this together. So don't count him out. He may have been a disappointment so far, but he still has a lot of time to be the hero and make people be like, RJ's the badass and stuff like that. I know that New York fans are really happy with what he's done so far, but in some ways, you're exactly right. RJ has not been as good as he should have been so far. He really hasn't. He's actually in a slump, it seems like. But I'll bet you he can get out of it real fast, and he'll just kill it all of a sudden, like for a half or a quarter. Dana's laughing at Svi. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that guy. I seriously don't think he's that smart. Like I've heard him in interviews talking and stuff. I'm like, this guy really? And the whole reason why he was on the Raptors was because Nick Nurse recommended him and demanded him from Masai Ujiri that year. He said, this guy likes Svi, get Svi. He was his dude, and he was his golden boy. And that's why he played him so much that year we had him in the beginning, because he really wanted to get him going. Well, he was an absolute failure. He did not get going. He had a little bit of good time in the beginning of that year, but he really got shittier and shittier as the year went on. And he was really Nick Nurse's pet. And he wanted him to be a success on the Raptors and maybe forced him a little bit more than he needed to. Why wouldn't you force other guys on the team like that? That probably needed to be forced like Svi over Svi. Not in that year, last year. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, Svi was a project of Nick's that was a failure and a waste of time in a lot of ways. So Monique saying, I still haven't tried the Subway Bowl yet. I'm going to tell you right now, Monique, I went and got it because I am very susceptible to Raptors advertising. I ate that Siakam McSwirl like 20 times when it was available in that limited time last summer. Well, I'm just saying that the Subway Bowl is very good. In fact, when I go to Subway now, I don't get sandwiches anymore. I get the Subway Bowl way because it is that good. You throw in the rice with the stuff that's normally on a Subway sandwich. It's actually really, really good, Monique. So go try it. Seriously. Tomatop saying Svi was horrible for us. He seemed mentally out of it both seasons. Team Canada overall, 3-point shooting is a concern. He was horrible for us. He was okay in November of that year. He had a couple of games. He was like one of the guys off the bench in the rotation, but then he played himself out of it because he was so bad. And that's just how it goes. And I don't think he was on our team but for 1 year. So I don't even know if he was on our team for 2 years. Isaac was saying that Pascal is such a loving person with the fries and the mixed swirl. And me, yeah, I love that. I love the mixed swirl. It was so good. Monique saying extend Pascal. He's in Toronto. See what I did there? Hey, I'm all about that. Extend Pascal. I'm all about that. Guardian Transit saying glad Canada has Jordy for a coach. Yeah, we were kind of talking about this at the end of the last game. The differences between Nick Nurse and Jordy are maybe the demeanor and dealing with the refs. Nick may have a hissy fit, and then all of a sudden the refs don't like him. It seems like Jordy has a better way of handling the refs with a firm, very strong demeanor instead of just freaking out on them like Nick Nurse was. So in some ways, that's an advantage and an upgrade from Nick Nurse as a coach of Team Canada, because Jordy may get along with the refs better because he's not acting like a crazy man when he doesn't like what's happening. All right, they're inbounding the ball for the second half. Brazil has the ball to start this half, 10-point lead, and the second half has just started on my screen. Y'all may be a little ahead of me, just so y'all know. I have a delay on my game, just so you know. All right, so Brazil gets it to the top, and there's a call. It's a cheap foul by Dylan Brooks, and it looks like it's going to be his third foul. This isn't totally good. This may mean he needs to come out right now, and they're going to bring in Lou Dort, I'll bet you they'll bring if they don't bring him out right now, we'll see. They're going to let him play with 3. In some ways, Dylan's that kind of player. If he fouls out, so what? It's like let him play aggressive and crazy and just as out there. And if he fouls out, so what? We got Lou Dort. All right, they come in and they make the basket. Dwight was there, and it looked like it went in by Dwight, but maybe Kelly tipped it in at the end there. Somebody made that basket. I'm not sure it was Dwight or Kelly in that one. All right, we got Kelly Olynyk throwing it into RJ in the paint. Let's see if he takes his time. He's got 2 guys on him. Maybe took too long because a second defender could get to his back, and he got pushed. So he should be going to the line, 37-29. Canada only an 8-point lead right now. Yeah, Bruno came up from behind him. If he had gone up a little quicker, he maybe wouldn't have had the two people on him. He maybe just had to beat one guy, the guy between him and the basket. All right, he makes misses the first free throw. See, that's another indication that RJ's not exactly right. Missing free throws. He said that in an interview. He said, "I need to make more of my free throws." He's been very critical of himself in some of the interviews around these games. So he understands he's not playing as well as he could be for Team Canada right now. I'm sure his dad really wants him to show up. His dad's in charge. There's a little bit extra pressure for Rowan Barrett Jr. than the average Team Canada player. Let's see. Tip out by RJ. He got a finger on it, and it's going to be still Brazil's ball. 9 minutes to go in the third. We have a 9-point lead right now, 38-29. Let's see. Jenna's giving the ball to Yago, and Yago will put the ball in, number 2 for Brazil. Let's see what happens here. Yago into the center to Bruno. Bruno's got Dwight on him. Bruno playing good defense, and it's no good, but they are going to bail out Bruno with a foul. Dwight Powell doesn't like it. He's kind of pointing. Where was the foul? He's like, what do you mean the foul, Dwight Powell? So funny. 2 fouls on Powell. But yeah, Bruno stumbling a little bit there. And yeah, you got him across the arm. That's a pretty fair call, Dwight. You know you got Bruno across the arm. It wasn't exactly the right line. Let's see if Bruno makes them. He makes the first free throw. So now it's 38-30. Let's see if he makes the second one. 9 minutes to go in the third. Brazil trying to do something, but Canada, we ain't having it. No, we want to get a bigger and bigger lead. There's a Brazilian fan in the crowd. Bruno Cabaco makes both free throws, 38-31. All right, let's see here. We got Powell over to Barrett. Barrett's kind of sizing things up. He gets Dwight Dylan Brooks, who's got a little guy on him, but the big guy's shadowing. And then they get to SGA because of the shadowing of the big man, but SGA does not make the three. Brazil with the rebound. Coming back the other way. Let's see. Brooks on the point guard for Brazil. Let's see how he cards him really doggedly. Okay, they lay off this guy. Kelly kind of dared that guy to shoot, but he didn't. And then the guy comes up and under, and he misses a layup. He's probably whining to the refs. There was contact from Kelly Olynyk, and he wanted the foul. RJ misses a wide open three. Yeah, he is a little off. I think that's a very fair criticism top of top. We're going to have to watch RJ Barrett, and hopefully he can get things going better and more efficient. More and more we get deeper into FIBA World Cup. All right, there's a miss by Brazil, and we get the rebound SGA. And Dylan's going right down the lane. It's really looking like Brazil's tired already. I mean, we're like, 3 minutes into not even 3 minutes. We're 2 minutes into the second half, and it looks like Brazil's already walking through mud. This is hilarious in some ways. It's really, really good. Really, really good. All right, Brazil being lazy. Look at that laziness. Look at that. Look at the laziness of Brazil right now. I'm telling you. All right, Canada, get your intensity up. Don't play down to your competitors. If they're going to dog it, don't dog it. Go ahead and go into high gear and kick it into a 30-point lead is what I'm saying. Two's trying to work against Captain Canada, and he gets a shot, and he hits the front of the iron, and there's a long pass from Dylan because Kelly's going to cherry pick, and he's getting hammered by guys, but SGA comes and cleans it up, grabs the ball, and dunks it through. 40-31, 7.5 to go in the third. Here we go. The long three by 10. Soares hits the three for Brazil. Annoying Soares. 5 points for Soares so far. SGA drives in and gets this defender to fall off him and makes a little baseline jumper. That's what I'm talking about. SGA may not do a whole lot in the first half, but watch out in the second half. That's his time to shine. He's made most of his shots so far in the second half so far. 42-34. Canada with an 8-point lead. Here we go. Number 2 passes it over to his player, and he gets the ball back for a long three, and it's an air ball. It's out of bounds. Bruno throws it back in, though, and they get another shot at it, and the guy takes a really bad 3-point shot. Not fundamentally good. Now, Canada's kind of playing lazy here, and they allow Brazil to get a basket there. That was kind of a bad possession for Canada. Not playing very tough. If I was Jordy, I would sub guys in right now, because the starters are showing they're playing lazy, just like Brazil. They should not be playing this way. There's hungry guys on the bench. Bring in Lou Dort. Bring in Melvin Ejim. Bring in Trey Bell Haynes. Get them out there running around. Get that energy up, because Team Canada is looking just as gassed as Brazil right now in their laziness. So let's see. It's a 6-point lead now. Brazil cutting the lead down to 6 points with 6 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, no good. No good. No good. Let's see. Isaac San Justin, Banton, Svi. Boston may need to sign free agent Aaron Baines back up to back up an injured Porzingis. Hilarious stuff. Isaac, you're getting a dunk for that. That's funny. You just said they need to go get Aaron Baines. Hilarious. And it's funnier too because we're watching FIBA. Yeah, of course, Justin is not on that team anymore. They cut him, and I think he's back with the Sky Force. Actually, guys, I think I heard that he went back to the Miami G League team, the Sioux Falls Sky Force. So that's where Justin Champagny is now again. All right, they're working it around. Team Canada trying to move it. Y'all need to move off the ball and move around more. SGA takes a lazy three and he misses. And now Brazil has the ball and they're coming back the other way. Yeah, Team Canada is playing lazy right now. Brazil's playing lazy and they are playing like them. And I don't like that. Dylan trying to take a charge. Let's see if he gets the call. He's doing a little bit of improvisational breakdancing on the floor there. But yeah, let's see what the call is there. Is the foul on Brazil or on Dylan? Dylan's got his position. He kind of leans into him a little bit. And there's the cool little backspin. I don't know. That's a tough call. Let's see what it is. I think they're calling it on Dylan that he didn't get there in time. Yeah, they did because this is fourth foul and he's going to the bench. And looks probably Lou Dort coming in or Nickel for him with 4 fouls in the third. So, yeah, it's actually Nickel who came in. So, Nickel Alexander Walker substituted in. Let's see. Brazil working the ball around. They got a guy in the corner taking a three. He misses. It hits the back of the iron. And SGA tips it over to RJ. RJ coming back the other way. Throws it to Dwight. Dwight back to us. SGA coming around at the top of the key. Let's see. The little between the legs dribble. And he shakes his defender off. He passes it to his cousin in the corner who misses the three. Unfortunately, Nikel's not hitting the three there. And Brazil gets the ball, and they're coming back the other way. Still a 6-point lead for Canada, 42-36. 5 minutes to go in the third. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some good defense, good stop. No fouls, Canada. Get a steal or a block. Keep your hands up. Keep your feet moving. That's the best way to play defense. Don't play lazy. Don't let that guy go right by you and try and do something. Kelly gets burned, but Dwight's there to try and confront the attacker. And they miss. And then Canada misses a shot on the other end, and Brazil gets the rebound coming back the other way. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Let's see. Get that good steal, Nikel. Get right up on that number 9 and get that steal. SGA now on the ball handler, number 11, trying to stop him. Dwight can hold up the defense, and he just drops the ball and falls on the ground, and Canada has the ball. Nikel over to Kelly, was going to shoot a three, but then he changed it to alley-oop. Maybe an ill-advised move, Kelly Olynyk. Maybe you should have just taken the three, and Dwight could have cleaned it up, but you tried to throw a lob to him in a really weird underhanded way, literally, and it wasn't right. It wasn't right. All right, they lost the ball, but there seems to be a foul. Looks like a foul on Canada. It looks like it's on Nikel. 2 fouls on Alexander Walker. Yeah, there you go. Dana saying, I can't wait till we play against fat Nick Nurse. How is he going to squat? I'm really worried about Nick. Like, if he tries to squat in games this year, he might just fall over, In some ways, he may not have good balance at this point with his expanded waistline. We saw at the Philadelphia Phillies game this week. Yeah, something weird is going on with Nick. We'll see him the first Saturday of the season here in Toronto. Philadelphia playing the Raptors in the third game of the season on the second night of a back-to-back. We will see Nick Nurse right away. That's right. Ugh. Yeah, SG8 has arrived. Yeah, he's playing a lot better to start the third, but the lead is shrinking. Now it's only 4 points after a couple of Brazil free throws, 42-38, under 4 minutes to go in the third. Here we go. Let's see. Let's get a score here, Canada. Work towards something easy. RJ's got it. He's trying to operate right now. He gets it over to Lou Dort. Lou Dort has entered the game again. He's doing a little bit of dribbling around. He gets in the lane, takes a nice little shot, and he makes it. Great shot by Lou Getz of Montreal. Fantastic stuff. Back up to a 6-point lead. Brazil, let's see if they can answer or if Canada can get a nice stop here. And just play really, really good defense. No fouls. Get a nice steal. Get a nice block. Something like that. That would be great. We got SGA on the ball right now, number 32 operating for Brazil. Let's see. He's trying to do some fancy dribbling. He gets over the side. He takes a bad three. It's off the back of the iron. It looks like Brazil just hit it out of bounds off of 11's hand, and Canada gets the ball back. That's what I like to see. Yeah, there's that mid range. It helps with the spacing. Yeah, if they're going to do zone kind of defenses, we need to find the middle of the paint and hit that mid range lane shot that Dort just hit a couple minutes ago. That shot will be there if they're going to play some sort of zone. Right now they're in man. Let's see, RJ operating outside. Lou going to take a long three and it nails it. They gave him too much daylight. You can't give the Dorcher chamber that much daylight. Lou Dort, big time in his return to the lineup for Canada today so far. Let's see if Canada can get another stop here. Bruno going down the lane. It looks ugly. That's a weird Euro step. Very weird Euro step. It's like a delayed Euro step. Dwight fell for it and fell out of the defensive position. But Bruno taking his time and getting the layup. It's a 7-point lead. Yeah, here we go. SGA dribble. And he takes a long three and he nails it. Both the Thunder players hitting consecutive threes for Team Canada. Love seeing Dort and SGA hitting threes for their country. That's right, hitting them for their country. That's right. Dana's saying, "What the fuck?" Look, Bruno just went down the lane and SGA hit the ball out of his hands, and it's still Brazil's ball. 10-point lead for Canada at this point. It's been 6 minutes difference for close to 4 minutes. Yeah, 6-point difference for close to 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going to bust this game open soon. G saying RJ needs to step up and barrel to the rim. I like that. David is here. Good to see David Saborin. Brazil is scrappy. Yeah, they're a little lazy and scrappy for sure. We're not totally on top of our game, David, today. We're not hitting open shots and we're playing kind of ugly, but we're still winning and we're still playing quite well to win. Okay, the net has come loose. Sometimes this happens in basketball. Somebody gets up there and grabs it, and the net comes out of the little hook thing. So I think they're going to have to get maintenance out here to reattach that part of the net to the rim once again. So there may be a little bit of a delay in the game right now. Dana's saying Dort. Yes, Lou on fire. We like seeing that. There's that loose string. Who knows who ripped that out? Maybe it was Bruno Cabaco. Yeah, Fiercely saying SGA doing a block. Let's go. Yeah, he's got that length as a point guard. He's an all-around player. And he can block shots. He's one of the best shot blocking point guards in the league, I'll bet. Ahmet the Goat is here. Let's see Ahmet the Goat's in the house. Morning, y'all. Great to see the Dorcher chamber is back. Yeah, you called it. You requested it, Ahmet. You got it back. Lou Dort playing big offensively in this game for Canada. At times where it's been a low-scoring game. It's been hard to manufacture offense. Seeing Lou Dort come in and bomb some threes and nail them has been a huge plus for Canada in this scrappy, physical, defensive-minded game so far today. So, yeah, very happy to see Lou suiting it back up. Ahmet the Goat, happy to see you here also. About to start high school. What? All right. Yeah, I love it, man. So, yeah, lots of good, interesting stuff happening around the world and the NBA. Of course, the fallout about Eric Lewis still going on these days. Eric Lewis just retiring to close the case of what he did wrong. It's just let it go away. Just go away. Can we get one on Scott Foster now? I'm sure Scott Foster has a burner account also. So go find out, NBA investigators. And maybe he'll have to retire also. Because that's the next one I want to see. Scott Foster could retire also. A lot of people in the league will be very happy. And not only people that watch it, but people that are also in the league. I'm sure that Scott Foster's been a headache with all the allegations, Tim Donaghy linkages, and the things that people keep bringing up. Y'all need to realize, as long as Scott Foster is refereeing in the NBA, there's always going to be a cloud of suspicion that the referees are fixed or gambling on games or doing illegal shit. So you need to make this man go away and retire also, just like Eric Lewis. And, maybe it's because he has things on the NBA. He's untouchable. He's like, he could bring the whole house down if they do fire him. So he's untouchable in some ways. I wondered about that with Scott Foster because it is so clear that he's implicated in the Tim Donaghy scandal. Then they just poo-poo it and say, oh, it was just him. No, that looks so fishy and messed up. And we know Scott Foster's dirty as hell. So you don't stop with Eric Lewis. Go get Scott Foster also. So it looks like they got the net back through the little ring thing on the rim. So it's back to normal. I bet you that Kelly ripped it out of there. Which one of the players ripped it out of there? I wonder who it was. Yeah, let's see. Amit saying Nikel and Lou only started watching because I was sleeping. No, they didn't start the game. They came in off the bench. But Dylan Brooks has foul trouble. He has 4 fouls right now. And I guess they just wanted to bring in Nikel right now anyway, because it's the regular rotation. But Lou's in because Dylan's got foul trouble. The starters were Olenek, Dwight Powell, RJ Barrett, SGA, and Dylan Brooks. The normal starting lineup. It's the regular starting lineup. Fiercely saying, who's the oldest NBA ref left? It is it's either Scott Foster or Tony Brothers. Those are the 2 oldest refs, I believe, or maybe Leon Wood. There's like 3 really old refs. It's Scott Foster, Tony Brothers, and Leon Wood. They're like the 3 oldest refs in the league. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Cowboys popping in here. Good morning, Lex. Bam. And Raptor Freak says, go Canada. You've got a 10-point lead. Kelly Olynyk. Throw it to SGA. Oh, no, he goes up and he gets hit. He's going to go to the free throw line. Kelly Olynyk action resuming with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. The foul's on Bruno Caboclo. And now Kelly will take free throws. Yeah, Fiercely saying, I like Tony Brothers because he likes Scotty. Yeah, I'm protecting Tony Brothers. There's a lot of teams that hate Tony Brothers more than we do. And that's good. And in some ways, I understand Tony Brothers. It's not like, I don't think he's cheating. I think he rewards people for hard work. He doesn't like lazy people. So I like that kind of referee. So I celebrate Tony Brothers, and I don't put him on a list like those other guys. It looks like Olynyk has made both his free throws. 12-point lead for Canada, 52-40. Yeah, there's some substitution. Soares coming back in the game. Tony Brothers loves Scotty Barnes. He's on our side. I think that's true. It may be kind of like Tony. It's like, you remind me of my nephew, Scotty, and I love you. Something like that. Well, Scott Foster does not like Scotty Barnes because he said, you're cheating. You're a cheating ass. And Scott Foster threw him out of game for saying that. So, that's the thing. Scott Foster is a black eye on the NBA referees, and he just needs to go away. He just really does. All right, Canada gets a rebound. They're coming back the other way. SGA's got a corner. Oh, no, that's Nikel, open 3. He misses. Brazil gets the rebound, so only 1 shot on that possession. We still got RJ, Nikel, Kelly, Lou Dort, and SGA out there. So it's a pretty good lineup. Some starters with a couple bench guys. But not full bench substitutions for the full third. So they really are playing this competitive. Jordy does not want to let Brazil get back in this game somehow, some way. Well, it looks like they're trying to. Now it's down to a 10-point lead again, 52-42. Canada, just 30 seconds to go in the third. Let's see how we close it out here. Can we put the lead back to 12 or maybe 13? Let's see what happens here. SGA comes around the pick. Back to Kelly. He's going to take the long 3. And he's off. He's off to the right. But Lou Dort playing garbage down there, but he misses the layup. He had the ball. He could have put it in, but he didn't make it. Now trying to do something. It's a very strong pick by Soares. Let's see what happens here. 2 working against Kelly Olynyk. He's got the speed. Let's see if he can make something happen. Soares wants the 3, and he throws it up, and he nails it right at the buzzer. That's a big 3 by Soares right to end the third. So now it's 52-45. So he shrunk the lead just now. So we had a 10-point lead, and now it's back to like an 8-point lead. So it is what it is. Actually, what is the score right now? Put it back up there, Sportsnet. Come on, man. Why do y'all take the score off so much? You should just leave the score up there all the time. Jordy's talking to the ref, heartfelt conversation. Maybe trying to bond with the guy right there. He's like, I understand you. You're my guy. You, dude. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. David's agreeing with Fiercey. Yeah, we like Tony Brothers. He's not an enemy to Raptors Nation. Some teams he is very much an enemy to. Tony Brothers has a notoriousness to him, and certain teams hate him, but it's not us. In fact, when I see Tony Brothers as refereeing a game, I say, well, we're going to get a fair game. And if we out-hustle, outwork the other team, he will call it in our favor. So in some ways, I like Tony Brothers a lot. Scott Foster, I don't like him much. Ed Malloy, I hate him too. Ed Malloy is another one that I would like to see go away. Ed Malloy and Scott Foster are the worst refs in the league as far as I'm concerned. There you go. Ahmet saying, why couldn't Bruno play like he's playing today against Canada? I mean, on Toronto. Well, we got to understand, he's like not a microwave dish. He couldn't go in for 2 minutes to be ready for 2 minutes later. No, this guy was actually on an even longer schedule than Fran Fraschilla said on ESPN the day he was drafted by the Raptors, like over 10 years ago. It's crazy, his journey, Ahmet. In some ways, he really was a late bloomer. He bloomed way later after playing with Nogueira on the Raptors and being the Brazilian guys on our team. He didn't start really blooming until after he left us. And then it was really, it's a certain degree with the Rockets and the Grizzlies. In certain ways, he did stuff in the NBA, but it really is the main stuff that Bruno has done in his career has been in Brazil and the Brazilian league down there. He's like the MVP. He's like Kobe in Brazil, and they love him. He's like the most dominant player in Brazilian league. And his schedule for development and maturing and getting better as a player was not on a fast track. And it really took longer than 2 years away from being 2 years away. It was more like 4 years away from like being 4 years away. At the time we laughed at it, and because we were impatient, we wanted him to show up. Well, he just never did for us, and it was too late, and he went somewhere else. But he did find success eventually. So it is what it is. Everybody's different in their life. Everybody's not going to get better in their life on the same schedule, and that's just part of what happened there. All right, we're back in action. It looks like Scrub's back in the game. So we've got more of a bench lineup out there with Olynyk and Melvin Ejim and Nickel and Dort. So really, Kelly's the only starter out there with 4 bench guys. Lou Dort got the 3 open again, but he doesn't take it. Passes it up. There's Phil. Phil throws a ball off of Brazil, but they say out of bounds on Canada. It must have deflected off the Brazil player, then off of Phil Scrub, and went out of bounds. 6-point lead. This is not good. This is too close to be in the fourth quarter. They need to bust this game open in this quarter. Brazil's a little dangerous right now just because the game is close, and we don't want any funny stuff happening over stupid stuff. So take care of your business. Don't play with your food or play with your meat, as Doc Rivers would say. Don't play with your food, Canada. Win. All right, they got good defense. The little guy's getting guarded by Kelly again. I don't ever understand that switch. 11 takes a 3, misses, but they get their own rebound, and they get a gutsy under the basket lay-in. So now it's only a 4-point lead. Don't play around here, Canada. 9 minutes to go in the game. Here we go. Dort loses the ball, but it looks like he's going to be called foul, or they're just going to give him the ball because it's off of the Brazilian player out of bounds. So I don't think there's a foul. I think that they deflected the ball out of bounds, and it's just Canada's possession. So we'll see. No, there is a foul. Foul on Diaz is his 3rd. So there you go. All right, they're inbounding because it was not a shooting foul. And Olynyk back to Nickel. Nickel's operating around a Kelly screen, and he's going up against a bigger man. He uses speed to go up and under, but he misses the layup. And then it looks like Kelly pushed the Brazilian player to the ground and gets a dumb, cheap foul. 2 fouls on Kelly, though. That's pretty good. For the big man to only have 2 fouls in the fourth quarter, that's a very, very good thing. Are Guy and Yago Santos related? I don't know, Ahmed. With many cultures in different countries, some names are very much common. We know that. So I would not assume that they are. I made an assumption about the Fernandezes on Spain that was wrong. Rudy Fernandez is not related to Jaime Fernandez. They are actually not related to each other. So I would caution you to just assume that if 2 players on the same team have the same last name, that they're actually related. So I don't know. You could probably look that up and figure that out, though. Let's see. All right, there's a quick 3 by 2, and he misses. But they don't keep 10 off the boards, and Source gives them another chance. Let's see. 11's working now against Dort. Let's see what he does. 11 back over into the corner, back to 11. Working against Dort. Dort playing good defense. He hits the bottom of the backboard. And are they going to call a dumb foul on Lou Dort, or is it out of bounds on Brazil? I think it might be out of bounds on Brazil, and it is our ball. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. All right. Canada inbounding. Melvin Ejim bringing the ball in to Nickel Alexander-Walker, dribbling up the court. Low pressure from Brazil. They're not really coming up on us very much. 4-point lead for Canada. Kelly going down the lane. He gets the ball batted from him, and Brazil collects it, coming back the other way with a man advantage. But they didn't utilize it. They hold up and let the defense recover. They had a 3-on-2, but they didn't take advantage of it. That's your fault, Brazil. You had that advantage. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Canada only up by 4. I don't like this margin. I want them to get it up higher. 99 with the 3, he misses. Oh, wait, does he? No, he got a rattle round. It was a little bit of a Kawhi bounce, 4 bounce there. So now Brazil's only down by 1, 52-51. No good, Canada. This is the wrong way to trend. Y'all need to start busting this open. Now, of course, SGA and RJ are on the bench. So we're getting these premium guys some good rest. They're going to come in and play the rest of the game. And hopefully when they come back in, we just overpower them and beat them. A 3 by Nickel is a miss. And Brazil fights and scraps and gets the rebound. They got the possession coming back the other way. Only down by 1. They could take the lead on this possession. Don't like that. 7 minutes to go in the game. Let's see. Two's working against Phil Scrub. Let's see how he does. He gets in the lane. He drops it off to 11, who gets hit by Scrub. Scrub did a really interesting play right there. You know what he did in defense? He just backed into him. He knew that he was there, and he just like moved into him to push him underneath the basket. So it's really hard for him to make the shot. Very smart veteran kind of move by Phil Scrub to back into him. So now he's going to have to make free throws instead. So good stuff by Phil Scrub, who may not be in the game for very much longer, seeing as we're going to probably have to get RJ and those guys back in very soon. Yeah, let's see. Jordy interacts well with the refs. No tantrums. Yeah, I agree with that, Fiercey. I agree with that. Dana's saying, what the fuck? So now they can tie it right here. The Brazilian player ties the game 52-52 on the free throw. He's going to get a chance to go ahead by 1 at this point. Let's see. Dana's saying we need a timeout. Cowboys saying need to get the rebounds, Canada. Let's go. Yeah, we've got to make sure they don't get second chance. And they're doing a really good job of limiting our second chance. Brazil has the lead in the fourth quarter, 53-52. This game is so low scoring. I can't believe it's only 53-52 in the fourth quarter right now. This is crazy. So SGA is back in the game. He's operating. And he gets the foul and makes it the and 1. I love to see it, SGA. You are a badass. You're the man on this court. Go ahead and establish your reign as the king of this court right now. Boom. Hitting the shot, getting fouled. 3-point play. He's got to make the free throw, though. We need every single point. Y'all can't be missing free throws in this quarter because this game is too close. And no more missed free throws, Canada. All right? There he is. He makes it. Now it is a 2-point lead for Canada, 55-53, 6:45 to go in the game. Really, really crazy. Yeah. Amit's saying, oh, my God, Nickel. And it's also saying SGA, Lou, Brooks, Kelly, DP is who I think we should play for the rest of the game. Well, that's not a bad lineup at all. Brooks has foul trouble, so we'll see if he can stay out there. He may foul out. Let's see. Oh, there's a nice little tap away by SGA, but they get it back. And then Lou Dort cleaning up the glass. Only 1 shot there. Good, fantastic rebound by Lou Dort. In fact, I love rebounds at this point. Rebounds are maybe more important than scoring in some ways right now because we need to end their possessions and keep our possessions going. Like that one where Dwight Powell just tapped the ball out to Lou Dort where he got another shot. Unfortunately, he missed. So now it's still only a 2-point lead, under 6 minutes to go in the game. All right, let's see what Brazil tries to do here. Hopefully, Canada's defense can be very stellar and on top of things. The talent and quickness and size and strength of Canada will come in handy here. Two's running all around, trying to get over to the 3-point shot. He misses, and there's a little bit of scrappiness for the rebound. Dylan Brooks collects it. All right, SGA coming back the other way. 5.5 to go in the game. Let's see what he does here. He's got a smaller guard on him. He has a couple of different options. There's a screen by Dwight Powell. Let's see if he goes around it. And now right down through the lane, he had his defender beat, but he gets stripped by the little guy from behind. But they're going to call a foul. Thank you, Jenna Renault of the WNBA and the NBA. And that's an American ref right there calling a foul on Dwight Powell. Okay, it's not on them. It's on us. That's bullshit. Okay, no thank you, Jenna Renault. Ugh, damn it. Nickel taking a seat. He looks like he's a little bit hobbling. Like he may be a little bit sore on his ankle there. Bruno Caboclo in the game also. Let's see how the last 5 minutes goes. With Canada only with a 2-point lead. We don't need no upset. Y'all need to stop messing around with this and make sure you win this game no matter what. Don't play around, Canada. This is a dangerous, dangerous thing that's going on right now. Y'all have been beating people by 25 every single game. You want to continue that trend, but you're not going to in this game, obviously. But you need to win still. You need to be for 4 wins and 4 games, just like Dennis and Germany. Okay, they go right down the lane, and Bruno makes a layup to tie the game. Bruno Caboclo with 15 points on 56% shooting from 2. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. All right, SGA, y'all need to be professionals. You guys are NBA players. You know how to do this. You know how to close things out. It's a tie game, 4.5 to go. What are y'all going to do? Lou Dort's got an open three. He doesn't take it, though. And he kind of gets closer and he takes one in the lane and he nails it. Very smart play by Lou. In some ways, I would have liked him to take the three because he's been good for three this game, but he went and got a higher percentage shot. So I can't hate that. And he made sure he made it. So Canada up by 2 on a Lou Dort smart play for shot percentage. All right, let's see. Two's trying to work. He's got Dwight Powell on him. He's going to try and work around him. He goes by him. He tries to throw a crazy layup there, and they're going to call a foul on Powell and put number 2 on the line. Yago. And Powell's just on the ground. He's working his butt off. He's putting it all out there on the floor. You see him laying there, just taking a second to rest for a second on the court. Yeah. All right. Lou Dort. Yeah. Great shot in the corner of the lane there on the replay by Lou Dort. Yeah. Let's see. Tie game. That's right. And one. Yeah. Big free throw. Big boards from the little man, Lou Dort, for sure. Brooks has 4 fouls and 4 on Powell now. Now Powell has 5. He just fouled out, guys. So Dwight Powell is not available for the rest of the game. That is unfortunate. That's a big loss. There's still 4 minutes to go, and he's really probably our best defensive big man. So I don't like that. Canada only up by 1. Yago's got to make the second free throw to tie the game. Let's see if he does. And he does. So the game's tied once again, 57 to 57, 4 minutes to go in the game. SGA, Dylan Brooks, Kelly Olynyk, RJ Barrett, and Lou Dort on the court for Canada. Let's see if these NBA guys can do it against a very scrappy Brazilian team who really doesn't have any NBA players. So it's NBA versus Brazil, really, right now. Bad shot by SGA. I didn't like that shot at all. And really not on the mark. And Brazil gets the ball. No second chance. And now the chance for them to go ahead with 3.5 to go in the game. This clock is running out, and y'all can't be messing around. Okay, they're going to say it's Brazil's ball. They just lost it out of bounds. No foul, though, on the call. Yeah, Lou is giving them torture. Isaac Campbell's got SGA's picture on there. Kareem Thomas saying, fuck, I thought the game was tomorrow. Oh, no, it's today. And there will be a game on Sunday, Kareem. So just for your scheduling. Dwight Powell is fouled out, unfortunately. No good. We don't like that. 3.5 to go. 11 takes an open three, and he misses. Thank God. They just very much tempting fate there, Canada, letting a Brazilian player get that wide open for 3. SGA, really? Why are you initiating the contact with that big man like that? You're playing like you're exhausted and trying to do stuff. And why is the big man laying on him like that, or leaning down on him? I don't know. That's a weird call. I don't like when SGA looks so out of breath and tired. Why are you trying to force a burst move? Give the ball to RJ. Give the ball to Lou Dort. Sometimes I feel like SGA is trying to do too much, and he needs to just get his other players involved, especially right there. That's a lazy, tired move right there, what happened with him. Like, he's just trying to go at the big man and draw a foul, and that's a cheap NBA way of playing. That really is. That's not how you should play in FIBA. Trust me. And see, they're doing isolation again. This time he'll probably be successful. Yep, he hits the turnaround on the post up. Very nice shot by SGA, putting Canada up by 2. 3 minutes to go. Yeah. Let's see. Kareem saying 2 years away from being 2 years away is having a good game, but I think he's still an additional 2 years away. Yeah, I was saying earlier, he was really more like 4 years away from being 4 years away when we drafted him. If you really think about the timeline, Kareem Thomas, over time, Bruno was like 4 years away from being 4 years away. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Amit saying bad shot. Yeah, there's been some bad shots near the end here by Canada. Not good shot selection to a degree. Monique saying wild game, man. Seriously, stay focused. Ugh, she doesn't like the stress of this. If Callie's stress meter was in effect right now, yeah, it's a little high, because we don't want to mess around with this. We want to have a very strong, good effort where we just know we're going to win. And that's not what's happening right now. We got a chance to lose right now. We don't want that to happen. So just take care of business, Canada, and just get this done. Stop messing around. Yeah, SGA with that nice fader there. Yeah, and Kobe MJ type stuff. Yeah, there was a little bit of that. Isaac's calling it the attack and kick. That's right. Coach Cool Cat would say the same thing. We need the attack and kick out there, SGA. In some ways, we want Steve Kerr to hit the big shot, not Michael Jordan. We want it to be Bobby Hansen or John Paxson. Yeah. Jordy, let's go from Tom Duke. I love it. And G saying, imagine they allowed this physicality in the NBA. It'd be interesting. And stop doing the superstar bullshit. Like, really seriously, stop calling favoritism for superstars in the NBA refs. It's bullshit. That's the worst trait about the NBA and the refereeing is they really prop up certain people. And if you're a team like the Raptors, they're not going to give respect to your top guy, Pascal Siakam, who should be getting the same calls as people like SGA because he's the same level in a lot of ways. All right, there's a three by Brazil. They miss it off the front of the iron, but we do not box out. And the smallest guy on the court gets the rebound. How the hell does that happen? How the hell does that happen? All right, Bruno's trying to post Melvin Ejim. He goes up strong over him and he makes it. So now it's a tied game again, 59-59. Bruno tying the game up, 2.5 to go. SGA's coming back the other way. Let's see what he does. If another player does not touch the ball, I'm going to blame SGA. All right, he throws the ball to RJ, and he comes down the court, and he lays it up, but it rims out. I don't believe that he didn't get a foul or that. And, of course, RJ's laying on the floor instead of getting back. That was very dangerous. He thought he should have got the foul, so he laid there too long. You can't do that, RJ. You got to get right back. Oh, that's a good play, even if it's a foul. That would have been an easy dunk for Bruno, and that's a good foul. Oh, he got hit in the face. He's trying to do a Kelly Olynyk. He probably wants them to review it for a flagrant, but that's not what happened. Dort was going for the ball. If he hits you in the face by accident, it's not really what he meant to do. Yeah, he did hit him in the face, but you know what? He was going for the ball. It's really hard to determine that on that play. So hopefully it'll just be a regular foul. They take 2 free throws. Or is he going to review it? Is he want to look at it? Let's see. Yep, he wants to review it. This punk ass is going to go review it just like he did for Kelly Olynyk earlier. And we'll see if there's extra hit contact on hitting him in the face. You know, if they call this some sort of weird way where they give him free throws and Brazil the ball, this is not going to be good for Canada with 2 minutes to go in the game. So they need this to not, the refs not to call this a flagrant or anything weird like that. I don't think he did. He was going for the ball. He just followed through his motion. It's a very different play than the one Bruno did to Kelly earlier because the play had stopped and Bruno kind of just hit him in the face after the play was over. This is in the middle of the play, and Dort actually does make contact with the ball and then his face. So this should not be any kind of flagrant. He's making a play on the ball. The contact was incidental after the play at the ball. So there's a very easy way to point out the difference of the play with Bruno and Kelly earlier and this play with Bruno and Lou Dort at this point. There's a play on the ball. The ball is right there. The play is in action. There's no whistle that's been blown. Bruno hit Kelly in the face after the whistle had been blown. So that's the difference right there. G's saying this game is frustrating. It is a little bit frustrating. Dana's saying, what the fuck? 2 shots. And G's saying, don't want to go there, but what happens if they lose? Well, they're not totally done because we haven't lost yet. You know, you can lose one and still be fine and still win the FIBA World Cup, but it will hurt. It will very much hurt, and it will definitely help Brazil. But yeah, we don't want to go there. We want to just win this somehow, some way, make this happen. Now, y'all may be ahead of me, so I'm going to like pull this stream up so I don't see y'all's comments. I don't want to get ruined what happens in this game. So I'm not going to look at y'all's comments for the last 2 minutes. I'll read them after the game because I want to have this a natural reaction to seeing what happens. So Bruno has made the first free throw. He's going to get the second one. Now they're lined up at the lane, so that means it was not a flagrant, and they aren't going to get possession of the ball. So that's very good. He misses the second one, bricks it. So we still have a 1-point lead. This is huge. So 60-59 Brazil's up by 1, 60-59. Only a 1-point lead for Brazil. Thank God. It could have been worse. Kelly's got the ball. Get a good shot. This is what y'all need to do. Y'all are so good. Y'all need to get a good shot. Lou Dort trying to get in the middle. It's out of bounds. Still Canada's ball. 1:49 to go in the game. Brazil by 1. Yikes. And yikes. Dwight Powell fouled out. He wishes he could be still out there, I'm sure. All right, let's see. SGA will inbounds with Dylan Brooks on the side, moving in motion. Lou Dort moving around. Kelly gets open. He has the ball. He's trying to bull his way to the basket to get an easy layup. And he's just like being a man among people. And he tries to do it. No good. Brazil's going to get the ball back. So now Canada needs to have a good defensive possession. Kelly is trying to force the shot to make it just by manhandling them down low on brute strength. he wasn't successful. He got a couple attempts, but the Brazilians were really hitting him there. Look at this. It's like they're all over him, Bruno and the other guy. And there's nothing Kelly can do. In some ways, once again, if there's guys collapsing on you, get the ball out to the open dude. These guys are such good shooters. You get it back out there. So Canada is challenging this call because they want to say that there's a foul on the call. And that's what Jordy's doing. This is very smart. There are challenges in FIBA play. And Jordy is using the challenge for Canada to try and get a foul called on for Kelly to get to the line. So let's see if he's successful in this. I wonder if they'll even go there and look at the screens to try and figure this out. This is crazy. All right, let me see what y'all are saying right there. Tom Duke's got a Dort. He put a Dort one there. It looks like Lou Dort. Dana's saying it's our ball. This one ref is sketchy. That's Canada's ball. Very sketchy. Okay, they're trying to figure it out, but we'll see. You guys may be ahead. They're going to do the challenge, and they're going to look at it. Now, I don't know why they're discussing so long before. I guess they're saying what the possible outcomes could be depending on what they see. So let's see what happens here. All right, the ball's hit out by Canada there. And what are they trying to determine here? They're trying to determine whether Kelly got fouled, I think. And I'm pretty sure he did. Let's see. Or is it out on? It's out on Brazil. So they're trying to figure out who it's out on. Okay, so they were trying to say that it was out on Canada, but it actually looks like it's out on Brazil. Like, is it off of RJ or is it off of number 11? It looks like it. 11's got the ball. He loses it. I don't think anybody hit the ball out of his hands. I think that he just lost the ball. It's like coming out of his hands, and maybe a little bit of who's underneath the basket pushed it out. That's another Brazilian player. It's like RJ and SGA don't actually touch the ball, it looks like, on that play. And it's all Brazil that's just touching the ball. So it should be Canada's ball. We'll have to see how they rule this. This is very, very contentious. 142 to go in the game. Only 1 point lead for Brazil. And that's not the right side that we should be winning right now. Now, that should be out on Brazil. That should be Canada's ball. Y'all are right in the comments. Let's see how they rule this. All right, Jenna Renault. Okay, they're saying it is our ball still. Thank God. The challenge successful by Jordy Fernandez. They initially said it was Brazil's ball, but it is actually Canada's ball. Thank God. Geez. See, in some ways, I like that FIBA actually took the time to look at this and they got the call right. But Jordy had to use this challenge to get it done. Brazil's coach doesn't like it. We don't care if you like it, Brazil's coach. Punk ass. Looking like Seth Rogen's cousin. Yeah, we don't care if you like this. What? Don't. You don't have to be upset. Don't talk to the referee like that. Give him a tech. Give him a tech. Give him a tech right now. Tech him up. Give us a free shot. All right, Dort looks like he's going to be inbounding the ball this time. Canada, you need to capitalize. I'm going to put on my cross on my fingers and arms and legs. I have not had to do this for Canada yet, but I'm going to do it right now because things are getting a little intense right now. This dude won't shut up. Go on now, Seth Rogen's cousin. That's the Brazil coach. Just calm down and be quiet. All right. All right. Let's move. Let's move, Canada. Y'all need to get this to going. They're still going to Kelly. Kelly takes a crazy side shot. He doesn't make it, but RJ gets the rebound. Lou Dort gets the rebound. Dylan Brooks and SGA are wide open on the outside, y'all. Kick it out. Seriously, y'all are trying to go at a brick wall of Bruno Caboclo and Brazil down there, and it's not working. You got to do the other. Get outside because everybody's down low. You got 7 Brazil defenders right around you, Lou Dort. Somebody is out there and open. I'm sorry. Dylan Brooks is right behind you right there, wide open. This is very not good decision-making by Canada in some ways. They're trying to force it in the down low, and that's where Brazil's defenders are, right down low. Well, they get a foul. 5th foul on Diaz. He has to go sit down. He's fouled out. This is actually pretty good. One of their big men, 99, who's been a pain in this game, is now out of the game. It's a little bit more equal with Powell out and Diaz. Now, look at this. Lou Dort is at the line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. Let's see what he does in this crunch time right now. You can take the lead for Canada, Lou Getz, if you can make both of these for us. Come on now, Lou. Come on. He misses the first one. My God, Lou Dort. This is Achilles' heel of Canada. Free throw shooting. Y'all need to shoot your free throws and make them. Come on, Lou Getz. You're not playing for the Thunder right now. You're playing for Canada. Make this free throw, man. He ties it up on the second one. Minute 36 to go. 60-60. Brazil with the ball. Not a lot of time left. Free throws for Canada, 13 of 15. So we've missed 2 free throws, 87% shooting. That's not horrible, honestly. That's better than a lot of the performances of Canada at the free throw stripe this summer so far. All right, two's working around. He tries to get loose. He takes a little shot and he makes it. 62-60 for Brazil. Yago has been huge for Brazil in the second half. That little point guard for them is annoying. Let's see. SGA's trying to do it all by himself, and he takes a three. He misses, but RJ's right there to collect it. He gets it back out. No, that's Ejim. Sorry, Melvin Ejim. Melvin Ejim doing some dirty work, gives SGA a second chance. He had the open shot. He spinned around. Lou Dort going in. Now he's back out to Dylan. Dylan back to Dort for three, and he nails it. Oh my gosh, through Lou Dort, huge three. We needed that one bad. Wait, they're not counting it? What is this? What is this messed up BS play call right here? There's no count on that. There's a push off on Canada, and they're going to say that it's Brazil's ball with 44 seconds to go? What the hell is this? Can you review it? Is what Jordy's saying. He's holding up the signs for review. Where is the foul? Is it Dylan pushing? There's no foul. I don't see it. It looked like Lou Dort just made it. Oh, they're trying to see if he made it after the shot clock or not. It's not about the foul. It's about when the shot clock went off. So they have to make sure the light was not on when Lou shot it. There's like 0.1 when he catches it. Let's see where it is out of his hand. He's still got it in his hand, so it doesn't count. Damn it. Damn it. He didn't get the shot off in time. The light comes on, and he's still holding the ball. Watch. Oh, this is no good. This is no good. That would have been a huge, huge shot if Lou had got it off in time. It's no good. It's no good. And it is Brazil's ball. That's unfortunate. So now you're going to have to get a stop and still have to try and get a score to beat them. This is messed up. This is really, really dangerous. And Canada needs to get this together and finish this game right. Dort, man, you can't miss a free throw. And, man, you were just a second too late. Just a second too late. Oh, my gosh. This is kind of a nightmare right now. Hopefully they can still make this come out all right. Once again, y'all are ahead of me, so don't ruin it for me. I know you'll probably either one way or another feel good or bad. And I'm just going to watch it, and then I'll read what you guys said afterwards. I'm not looking at y'all's comments right now. All right, let's see. Yago has the ball. He's got Dort on him. He's got a little screen. He's not going to take it. He's actually just running clock right now. They're trying to milk the clock down. They've got 8 seconds to go on their shot clock. Yago goes straight down the middle and makes a layup. That's really poor defense by Canada. And Brazil is looking good with 26 seconds to go, 4-point lead. This is awful. What a horrible defensive possession by Canada right here. Dylan Brooks letting the man go right by him. That's not good. And where's the big man to stop him? We don't have Kelly Olynyk on the court right now. Where is Kelly Olynyk? And why? I know Dwight Powell's fouled out, but this is no good. This is no good right now. Oh, my gosh. This may be the gimme game that we give to another team. We can still win the FIBA World Cup if we lose this game, but it is going to make it a lot harder in some ways. In some ways, it will make it harder. It's going to mean that we're going to have to beat Brazil again later down the road, and that they're more likely to get that Olympic berth over us. So that's part of what's the problem here is Brazil beats us. They're more in line to get the Olympics than we are. And we still have to get past them and get further. So this is really, really bad stuff. So in some ways, Jordy needs to get an instant basket right away and then a stop. And then we got to score again. So they need to score quickly off of this next play. They've got 26 seconds in the game. They have a 24-second shot clock. They're not going to try and take those 24 seconds. They need to make a shot immediately, as quickly as possible, because if they don't make a shot within the first 2 seconds, Brazil can run the clock off and having the ball themselves. So in some ways, they need to almost do a lob pass to the basket and try and make a basket right away. Oh my gosh. Canada played too sloppy in this game. 8 points and 10 assists for Yago Santos. Very, very big game by the littlest guy on the court. Oh, really, really don't like losing to Brazil. So don't let it happen, Canada. You still got a chance. Inbounding by Dylan Brooks now. Let's see how this goes down. Oh my gosh, this is so messed up. It is what it is. In some ways, Canada need to learn a lesson. just in case they lose today. We'll have to see. Kelly is back in the game, and he loses the ball, and he gets it back somehow. Shoot it. Lou Dort has it. He's getting hit and fouled underneath. They don't call anything. That's the thing. These guys are trying to play for contact. They're getting the contact. It's too late. You have to be quick. And that's a bad play right there. Jordy looks just frustrated and pissed. 13 seconds to go in the game, 64-60 Brazil. This is an upset. This is a huge upset if this happens. 3 fouls on Olynyk at this point. I don't know what the hell happened with Olynyk on the inbounds play where he lost it so badly and let the clock run like that. Oh my gosh. Well, these are really big free throws. If this Brazilian guy, number 11, makes these shots, that might just ice the game out. So let's hope that he misses this Santos. He makes the first one. Brazil's up by 5, 65-60. There's a lot of lessons to learn from this game. And in some ways, Canada should feel fortunate that they're still in the World Cup and still able to compete. But they got to fix this shit because they cannot. This is a horrible way to play in this game. It's embarrassing in some ways. 6-point lead for Brazil now. And this is a huge win for them if they win this. Bruno Caboclo maybe getting the last laugh on the country that drafted him in the NBA. All right, Kelly's going to throw it in. Let's see what he does. Do a long pass, Kelly. Throw it really long. Dylan Brooks has it. He's going straight down the lane, jams it down with a monster jam. 10 seconds to go. 4-point lead for Brazil still. Will they get a free throw? Was there a foul on that play too? Because I love a 3-point play. He just throws it down with the right hand. Very nice play by Dylan. No, they're not even giving him the point yet. Why are they not giving him the point? Are they going to call a foul on Dylan for pushing off before he even got there? No, they're putting him on the line before the foul came. The foul came before the dunk, so they're giving him 2 free throws. This is messed up. There's no continuation, obviously. So he got fouled at the free throw line on the drive up, and then they didn't let him continue and get that hammer. That's too bad. Make this one, Dylan. You got to, man. There you go. He makes both of them. Very big, huge free throw there by Dylan Brooks. 10 and a half to go in the game. Seconds. That's right. 10 and a half seconds. And they're down by 4. Canada in a bad place. Brazil's got the ball. So in some ways, they're playing that NBA foul them at the end of the game and try and hope they miss free throws game right now at this point. And we're at the mercy of whether Brazil's going to make their free throws or not, if we're going to have a chance to actually try and win this game at this point. All right, let me just see what y'all are saying at the end. This is messed up. Let's see. All right, I want to see where I stopped going. Okay, where did I stop reading the comments? I'll find this out. Tom Duke's got Dylan Brooks and Lou Dort on the emojis now. Look, very interesting. Dana's saying, let's go. Tom Duke's new favorite player is Lou Dort, but that 3 did not count. Diaz fouled out. Ahmed the Goat saying, finally a foul. These refs couldn't see a big-ass boulder in front of them. G saying, are these refs trying to prove they are not biased to Canada by going the extreme? I don't know. Tom Duke saying, oh, my goodness, let's go. Dana saying, what the fuck? And Arg. Cool Cat saying, shooting woes and not playing our pace got us into trouble. Yes. Monique has no comment. Wow. Fiercely saying, fuck. Cool Cat saying this stress is self-inflicted. G said, I had a bad feeling with their start and Walker's shooting woes. Let's see what they can do. Cool Cat saying, Jamal Murray, you are so needed. Ben Mathurin, Andrew Nebhard, so needed. Wiggins, so needed. I don't know if we need all of those guys. I think we've got the right crew. It's just they need to execute better. All right, that's an easy layup for 11. That game's over. The game's over. 11 comes in, makes the basket. It's now 6-point lead again. And it's just too little too late for Canada. SGA driving into the lane. Take that 3, RJ. Yeah, you hit that one. So we're only down by 3. And it's 0.9 seconds to go. And they're going to just inbound it, and the game's over. Brazil has won. They're going to win by 3, 68-65. Yeah, this is too bad. Canada made a lot of mistakes. And as somebody said, this is self-inflicted loss. They did not play as sharp as they should have. They did not, going too much inside with Brazil crowding them was stupid. Doing that too much at the end of the game was really, really dumb. They needed to find their shot on the outside at some point in the second half, and they never really did. There was a couple threes by SGA and Dort, maybe one by RJ. But for the most part, the 3-point shots did not go in the second half like they were supposed to really widen the lead. The 3-point shooting was horrible for Canada in this game. And that was a big factor in this, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That more superstars may not necessarily help us. G saying, oh my God, horrible possession. And Dana saying, we lost. What the fuck? Tom saying, boo, bummer. How did they get the fucking penalty? Have a good day, Raptor Freak family. All right, Tom, check out. Cool Cat saying he had not played for a while. We should not give him the last shot. I just hope we can make Paris, please, basketball gods. All right, so who took the last shot? I want to see who takes the last shot here, since she said he had not played very much. Yeah, I'm not into like Dort maybe took the last shot because Dort has not played 2 games in a row and now he's playing this one. Could be that they just got the ball to the right person at the right time. It's too bad that Dort was just a second too late. That would have been a huge turn of events if that 3 had counted. Of course, a missed free throw by Dort was a tough one too. Bruno gets fouled by Dort with less than a second to go, so he's going to get to go to the free throw line. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Cool Cat saying, yeah, I think we should hopefully make the Olympics still. I don't know. We'll have to see. G saying, why didn't Bell Haynes play? They needed his 3. That's a great question, G. I agree with this. Bell Haynes is somebody who maybe should have been coming in instead of Scrub. I like how Bell Haynes plays. Also, number 2 was really killing us on running around a lot. We maybe needed a smaller guard to chase him around a little bit better, like Bell Haynes could have. In some ways, Jordy did kind of fail in some of the things he was doing in this game. Honestly, the coaching wasn't exactly right. That's part of the problem here, too. Let's see. Yeah, our weakness is 3-point shooting. Yeah, Bell Haynes is our best 3-point shooter so far. He has the highest percentage of making threes right now. I don't even know why they're reviewing this. None of this matters. This game is over. This game is over. There's no reason to review this. They're going to give 2 free throws to Brazil, partly because of a kick out, or maybe they're going to give 2 free throws to us. That would be weird. Maybe Dort is getting 2 free throws here. So we'll have to see. This just sucks. This is not good for Canada in any kind of way, because now America's team has a higher position than us in the FIBA World Cup standings and stuff. All right, Bruno misses the first one. Maybe we'll still get a second a chance to shoot here. Who knows? Bruno misses the first one. Let's see if he missed the second one. If he misses the second one, we still have a shot to tie. He makes the second one. So it's a 4-point lead with 0.4 to go. Garbage. Let's see. Ryu Forsyth saying very, very poor basketball from Canada. Yeah, they've been very sharp and very on top of things, and they've had a dud today. It could be very well the Brazilian style of FIBA team play got to us, and we didn't play right. They weren't sharp enough. There's too much isolation, selfish play. There's not very good, energy getting to loose balls and rebounds. In some ways, Brazil out-rebounded us today. That was a huge part of the problem, was that they were getting all the rebounds, limiting our second chance. They were very successful at that. One of the things that we've done well in the games we've won so far at FIBA was getting second chance shots. We miss a shot, somebody's getting an offensive rebound. Well, Brazil really boxed us out and limited our second chance. And that was a key to them helping them win this game, was really that. Now RJ wants to hit threes. I mean, it's just like RJ, it is what it is. And we're going to be critical of this to a degree. And tomorrow we'll do a box score autopsy. I'll do a reaction to this game from the numbers after I've looked at them a little bit more in depth after this game's over. But yeah, I hate this. I hate starting my Friday like this with Team Canada losing right now. They're inbounding the ball, throwing it straight to Kelly, and they miss. And the game's over. Brazil has defeated Canada in this group play in the second round. I hate this so much. This sucks. In some ways, they need to hang their head on this one. Kelly's not too happy about this. Neither is Jordy or the rest of them. Man, you're the MVP, bro. Yago, you were a huge part of why they won right there. RJ and SGA should be embarrassed. They should have played way, way better. Bruno getting the win. Bruno feeling good. In some ways, the team game beats the individual selfish kind of play. And that's a big part of what this is that team game will beat individual game every single time. And that's what the NBA does not understand. More NBA teams play a team game, they will win more. But the players and the way they act, it's really hard to get a team game going because they all want to be like SGA. Well, I hate that. I hate that we lost partly because of selfishness today and not working hard enough. Those are the two things that I'm going to blame the most. We didn't work as hard as Brazil. They worked harder, and we played too selfish on our offense. We didn't cultivate good shots. And when their defense collapsed on us, we didn't find open man. There was open guys. When the defense comes and doubles and triples you, there's people that are open. So go find them instead of trying to force it through three defenders right near the basket where they're allowed to hit the hell out of you. You're not going to make those shots. So this is a huge disappointment. And it is what it is. But at least they live to play on and they're not eliminated from contention. They can still win this whole entire tournament, y'all. It's not over yet. It's going to be a little bit harder, obviously, but they're still in this to win it. Now, we have to definitely beat Spain. If we lose to Spain, then it's all over. We're not advancing to the next round, and we've gotten through the first round, and that'll be it. This is horrible. 3-1. See, you can look. Every single one of the teams in our group are 3-1, but we have the highest point differential. So in some ways, we're still number one in Group L because we have the same record as everyone else. So actually, Spain losing to Latvia was huge. That was actually helped us a lot because if they were still undefeated, they would be top dog in our group right now. So in some ways, we're still top dog, even though we just lost to Brazil. It's tough. It sucks. It sucks. Monique saying streams are always great, but not the game. Thank you, Monique. That's nice. Isaac Campbell saying Trey Boucher. I mean, I don't know. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We can't woulda, coulda, shoulda this shit. We went there with the guys we had. Jordy made the decisions he did. Those guys shot the shots they shot. They played the way they played, and the outcome became the outcome. The outcome came. They never turned it on the second half and got a huge lead, and Brazil hung around, and they closed it by the end. Very, very good coaching and strategy by Brazil to get this win against Canada today. Really, really, for sure. Cool Cat saying we lost our own game. Intensity and focus was not there. Played to Brazil's pace instead of our own. She kept saying that the whole game. This game was so low scoring that benefited Brazil. That's what they wanted. We needed to bust it open and get running and get going. Hit threes. The threes not happening hurt the scoring. The transition game not happening hurt the scoring. And this was a low scoring game, which benefited Brazil, the pace that they wanted to play. And that's what Coach Cool Cat is saying here, that we need to amp it up. In some ways, we had 2 days rest. Y'all should have been on the ball and crazier and getting all over the place with deflections and causing disruptions on their offensive side. There wasn't enough of that in this game. It seemed like more often, Yago was going right by our defenders and just laying it up instead of us getting stops. And I don't like that. That's no good. Top of Top saying, I said earlier, our three-point shooting was an issue. We need a Robin. No one can give SGA enough relief on this squad. Murray is needed. Well, it's too bad RJ's not stepping into those shoes and carrying that mantle of the second banana. In some ways, it's supposed to be him, but he has been kind of a failure at World Cup for the most part in the games that we played. He had a couple of good games. He played very good in the game before this against Latvia, and he did play pretty well in the middle game against Lebanon. But not tonight, and we needed him to show up and be a hero just as much. You know, SGA can't carry us every single night. And in some ways, SGA did get going a little bit in the second half, but not in the dominant kind of way that he has in other games. In some ways, SGA never really did get going the way he likes to. That Brazil was still containing him and doing a pretty good job. It seemed like anybody who came near the basket, Brazil was hitting them and the rest were letting them. And that was just kind of how it went. They can't call a foul every single time, apparently, even though they probably should, is what happened there. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, Murray could be obviously a very big help, but we can't woulda, coulda shit. We only play with what we got and who we got, and we just got to do that. Next man up, whatever mentality. We can't say, oh, this has happened, this happened. It's just what happens, then we deal with it. Cool Cat saying, we lack experience on how to play our style of game. Brazil forced us to play their slow pace. You know, in some ways, I'm mad at SGA because he's the one who needs to dictate some certain things with our offense, and he just didn't do that. I'm mad at RJ because he didn't step up. In some ways, I'm very proud of Lou Dort for trying in certain things. Dylan Brooks, very like not doing a whole lot for us offensively either with early foul trouble. Kelly Olynyk's shot not on. We've seen him hit these outside threes at times, but he was hitting air balls and bricks when he takes a shot out of that. That's a huge thing that can help us offensively. And then the mystery of Trey Bell-Haynes not even coming the game, that makes me mad. In some ways, he is a very good matchup for Yago, and he should have been guarding him. And then at the other end, he may have been the more capable three-point shooter out of anybody that could have played for Canada. So that DMP for Bell-Haynes, you may regret that, Jordy Fernandez. That could be a big, huge key for why we lost today, is Trey Bell-Haynes wasn't in your backup lineup coming off the bench. Instead, you put Scrub out there. I don't agree with that. Scrub may have done a couple of good things here and there, or even Ejim. You should have let him be out there. In some ways, Nickel not being on was a huge part of why we had trouble too. He's been so steady off the bench and just a bucket, an easy like spark off the bench. That wasn't there from Alexander Walker either. So, man, I'm going to always regret Trey Bell-Haynes not playing against Brazil today. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Trevor J saying, see all the Raptors fans who was calling for Jorge to be the next Raptors coach because of his 3 wins in the World Cup. Now you see the difference between him and Darko. That's a really kind of a weird statement, Trevor J. And no point to say that. Jordy is just a coach of Canada. I understand what you're saying, but this is just one loss. And I don't know. This whole thing about Jordy versus Darko is stupid. We just need to let it go. And anybody who's comparing Jordy to Darko, just stop. Just stop. Dana's saying, why give 2 shots? What the F? Too many second chance. They were getting more second chance shots than we were. And that's weird because we're the more talented athletic team. Brazil should not be getting more second chance shots than us. And they did in this game. They very much limited our second chance, and they went and got all kinds of second chances on their end. So that's laziness by Canada, not getting after and boxing out and getting those rebounds and ending the defensive possession for Brazil, stopping them from having the ball. They got too many second chance. Let's see. G saying Jamal is a 40% three-point shooter. He alone makes a difference. Yeah, but who's to say he's on or not? Just like these guys. These guys are good three-point shooters too. It's really on certain days and certain nights. Some guys will shoot well and some won't. And we can't say for sure Jamal Murray would have been on today. Maybe he would have, and we would have won. You may be right. Once again, I don't do this woulda, coulda, shoulda shit. Jamal Murray is not playing for us right now. So let's not do this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We got to go with who we got. And let's talk about them. And we don't have Tina Turner. We have a hero coming to save us. We don't need another hero. We're just playing with who we got. Amit's saying, and 1-3, laugh out loud. It's win or go home on Sunday. If we lose, no more FIBA World Cup. That's actually true. That is actually true. If we don't beat Spain on Sunday, we're done. That will mean that the other 2 teams will move on in this group. And right now it's looking like Latvia and Brazil. And that is crazy because they won their first 2 games in this second round. Latvia and Brazil are top dogs in our group right now over Spain and Canada. Who would have predicted that? So, yeah, whoever plays on Sunday and loses between Spain and Canada is going to be out of this tournament for good. So, in some ways, that's good. Spain could be out of there and not have to be seen anymore. But that's the same for us, too. So, don't mess around with this game. Y'all really kind of screwed up today in some ways. Just like Spain saying they screwed up losing to Latvia. Well, we screwed up losing to Brazil. This should not have happened today. No, sir, it should not. Amit's right. We lose on Sunday. We're done. We're not going to win any medals at World Cup. No, we're not. Dana's saying we need to come in angry with a chip on our shoulders on Sunday. I agree with this. They need to be serious, be more serious, and stop screwing around. G saying, why no Eddie either? I get it. He's a bit slow, but they're clobbering us in the paint. Yeah, I could say that too. It could have been a nice little look at some time just to see if he's effective at helping around the basket. It's not really like Brazil was shooting a lot of threes. They really were taking it inside. So why not have that shot blocker? Dwight Powell fouls out. Maybe you should put Zach in there for a second. Or maybe Jordy's too worried about rookie mistakes from a youngster who's not that old and very new and green to international play. So it's like he has to weigh that kind of like risk of, him causing a problem. Although the Canada players like Kelly Olynyk was causing problems and turnovers in dumb ways on their own without having the young Zach out there. So, oh my gosh. Amit saying, so the Group L winners on Sunday advance to the quarterfinals. That's right. No matter which way, they're all tied now, 3-1. Every single team in our group is all 3-1. So Amit's exactly right. The winners of the games on Sunday will advance. Latvia versus Brazil. Whoever wins that game will get to the next round. And between Spain and Canada, only one of us will get past it. One of us will be done. That's it. Dana's saying Grange is talking and I just want to punch him. Yeah, don't listen to him. Mute him and listen to me. Yeah, I want to punch him too. I don't even know what he's saying. I see Sherman with his nice little blue check suit. He looks good, but fuck Grange. Fuck that motherfucker. Yeah, piece of shit. G saying they were playing for calls, reverted to NBA ball. Yes, I saw that. SGA and them in the last quarter trying to play for the whistle. Man, that's why these NBA guys are at a detriment in FIBA to an extent. They get so babied by NBA refs and they expect it in this format. You idiots. Don't play like you're in the NBA when you're in FIBA, y'all. Seriously. That's part of why we lost today. Y'all playing in the NBA way in a FIBA setting. In some ways, I don't want SGA on Team Canada any longer because he's playing too NBA like. I'd rather have Jamal Murray or Ben Mathurin or Shaden Sharp if those guys are going to play more of FIBA style because SGA is not conforming to FIBA style and it burned us today. I was worried about this burning us at some point, but it definitely burned us today. SGA, you got to play FIBA style. Stop fucking around and try and play NBA style. In some ways, I don't want you on Team Canada, even if you're the most talented guy on the team and the best one. If you're not going to play a FIBA team style, then I don't want you on fucking Team Canada. I'll say that. Seriously. And some people will be like, you're crazy, Lex. He's our best player. No, seriously. If he can't conform to FIBA, he shouldn't be playing if he's going to only play NBA style, golden boy bullshit. They ain't going to bail you out with whistles in this league, SGA. So stop playing like they will. Seriously, especially in crunch time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hate that, G. Mo's saying RJ needs a pep talk, a pep talk, a preparation pep talk. Yes, I believe this too. Maybe his dad needs to come talk to him a little bit. Maybe his dad needs to come say, what's up? Look at that. Shooting struggles, field goals today. 1 of 8 for RJ, 1 of 9 for Nickel, 2 of 8 for Kelly. That is horrible. When 2 of those guys are 2 main important scorers, the scorer off the bench and the number 2 banana, 2 for 15 from the field. There you go. That's horrible. Really, really bad. In some ways, this is part of why I'll criticize SGA also. You're the point guard. You should be getting your other guys set up with really easy shots, and they shouldn't be shooting so horribly. I don't like scoring point guards anymore. If you want to be the point guard of a team, you pass it and you make the other guys have high shooting percentages. With these guys shooting so poorly, that means you're not playing point guard. Yago was the only point guard on the court today, and it showed. He played like a point guard. He had more assists than points, and that's why his team won. And that's another reason why I'll be critical of the NBA game in a FIBA setting and be very mad at SGA at this point. Y'all can say, oh, he's the only guy hitting stuff. Well, he's the one who's supposed to set up the other guys to hit easy shots. And them shooting so poorly is indicative of poor point guard play by the Team Canada. There, right there. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cool Cat saying teams are ready for SGA. Scouting report out on him. Ball movement and movement without the ball. Who is the consistent second? 3-point shooting is our woes. This is tying it all up pretty good right there with Cool Cat, what they're saying. They know what SGA is going to do, and he's not as effective. That's what I'm saying. Play a team game in FIBA. Stop fucking playing selfish individual shit in NBA Canada. You will lose again on Sunday if you do not revert back to playing more of a FIBA style. I was saying on Thursday, this is one of our strengths, is we can play more of a FIBA style than US. Well, you went and proved that you aren't going to play a FIBA style today, and that you get an L. You get an L hanging on you from Brazil because you play a selfish NBA style SGA. I hate that shit so much. None of this isolation trying to beat 3 guys at once. Pass the ball, damn it. Yeah. Cool Cat saying Raptors Bruno burning Canada. Well, it is what it is. Bruno is Bruno. Bruno's a vet at this time. He's not the young, wide-eyed, young Raptor rookie that he was a long time ago. He's very much a grizzled vet. Played in all kinds of international situations, played in the NBA for a long time. He knows what he's doing. He's a very smart guy in some ways. G saying, I think it was a mistake to not play Bell Hayes and Eddie. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you right now because Bell Hayes was 3-point shooting. He's the epitome of the best 3-point shooter on our team right now. His 3-point percentage is amazing in FIBA right now. I think he's only missed like 2 3-pointers out of like 12. So he's like 10 for 12 from 3 right now. So it's ridiculous that you wouldn't play him, especially to keep up with the little guard running around out there. If our NBA guys are going to be lazy and play a lazy golden boy kind of play, get the guys who are hungry that don't play in the NBA out there to bust their ass and play that FIBA style. Yeah, there you go. John is here. Good to see John every single day, 9:30 in the morning. Laugh my ass off. Stop looking at USA and focus on what's in front of you next time. Well, I was just projecting maybe we play USA at some point, but that was yesterday. We were looking at Brazil and talking about it, but we're just trying to compare 2 of the top teams between the USA and Canada yesterday. That was what we were talking about yesterday. But today was all about Brazil, and I wasn't looking forward to to USA today. Today we knew who we had on the plate. It was Brazil. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have any power over this with my channel. It's the coach's fault. The coach is talking about USA? I don't think he is. He was talking about Brazil. So this is kind of a dumb comment, John. Who cares what the Raptor Freak's putting on his channel? If I want to talk about USA and Canada, it's the team in FIBA. I'm not an egotistical person that thinks I have any impact on whether they fucking do what they do in Jakarta. You think I have any point on what happened with that? No, it doesn't matter. They were concentrating on Brazil and they failed. And it has nothing to do with this channel. Trust me. David's saying we need Boucher. I can't disagree with that. David's saying, you a Philadelphia fan, John? Who knows? I'm letting all the riffraff in here. We'll go off on him if we want to, especially because I'm pissed off. Kareem's saying, so point differential doesn't count when it's a 3-team tie. It does, actually. It does. We're number 1 in our group still, even with the loss, Kareem. All 4 teams after that game are 3-1. Spain, Brazil, Latvia, and Canada are all 3-1 in World Cup competition. We've all lost once. So point differential does matter, and ours is still way up there, like way up there and higher than all them. So in the standings in the morning, when they show all this stuff, Canada will be sitting on top of their group still, even with this loss. So yeah, point differential does still very much matter. And because we have good point differential, we're number 1 in our group still, even though we lost today. Isaac saying, breaking Boston just signed former Raptor Bruno Caboclo. Really? Is that true? You're probably lying to me, Isaac. Let's see. Are you serious? See, you got Monique believing you right now. Don't do that. David's saying, yes, Sirski. That may not be true. Kareem saying, I'll be right back. I got Steve Nash on the line. Need to ask him when was the last time he dribbled a ball. Kareem's trying to recruit Steve Nash to come play for Canada. In some ways, that would be weird. Like, I guess, I don't know. He's 50, bro. He's like 50 right now. He's older than me. And he's like 50. Isaac's okay, bad joke. All right, you got us duped. We thought that Bruno was going to Boston. We believe y'all, all right? Let's see. David's laughing. Spicy P22's here. Good to see you, Spicy. Bruno has arrived. Yeah, finally. What was it? 5 years away from being 5 years away? This is what I think the timeline was in the end, Spicy P. Top and Top saying, agreed, Lex. SGA playing too much like he's in the NBA. Even in the wins, it was concerning. I never look at SGA as a point guard. He's always been a shooting guard in my mind. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a point guard out there. I'd rather have a starting point guard. FIBA plays better when you have a point guard distributing. Dennis Schroeder is the epitome of that kind of person on Germany right now. He can score and do stuff, but he knows when to be a point guard and when to be a scorer as the leader of Germany. And that's part of the reason why they're 4-0 and we're 3-1. It was concerning top to top, the way SGA has been playing, but I figured, the talent's so overwhelming, it will overcome it anyway. But not today. No, it was an Achilles heel, and it was a problem today. The NBA style does not fit FIBA tournaments. Get it through your heads, NBA players. Cool Cat saying, Paris Olympics is at stake. Boy, are we on shaky ground. We throw away our Brazil game. This should have been a gimme. We should have just won this game straight up, eliminated a team. The other problem is that they're an America's team, and now they have a win over us. So if there's any kind of tiebreaker between Brazil and Canada, they win. If we both are at the same place at the end of this, they're going to get the Olympics because they actually beat us, and they can say that. So this is horrible. We did not need to lose to any America's teams. We could have lost to Spain or France, and that would have been much less bad than losing to Brazil, a team that's in direct competition to get to the Olympics with us. Yeah, it's a big problem. Kouket saying we need to win Sunday to make Paris. That's absolutely true. We lose on Sunday, we're out, and we won't make Paris because either Dominican or Brazil will join the US in the next round, and they will get that spot from us. And we don't want that. We do not want that at all. All right, y'all. I'm going to start wrapping it up for you. I'm at the end of the comments. Once again, a loss by Canada to Brazil today. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. 69-65. I'm going to go over the box score tomorrow on the Saturday Share the Love Club, and we'll talk more about it at 9:30 tomorrow. So we'll go get in the guts of exactly breaking down the loss today. Lithuania beating Greece 92-67 in their game. Slovenia beating Australia 91-80. That's a big win for Luka Doncic and the crew over the Australia. Puerto Rico beating Dominican in a surprise by 5 points, 102-97. I'm very happy about that, actually. Latvia beating Spain. This actually became very crucially good for us because if Latvia had not beaten Spain today, they would be solely on top at 4-0. And Latvia beating Spain actually came in real handy by the end of the day, actually. USA taking care of business in their first Group J game, 85-73 over Montenegro. Germany is 4-0 at FIBA World Cup. Dennis Schroeder and the gang beating Georgia today, 100-73. Italy beating Serbia in an upset, if you ask me, by 2. There's been a few upsets today, so very, very annoying. Italy with an upset, Latvia with an upset, and Puerto Rico with an upset. Also, Slovenia with an upset, I would say, in some ways, although Luka is kind of a balance. And then, of course, Brazil upsetting Canada in the last game that we just watched. All right, y'all. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day, even though I'm pissed. And I'll be back tomorrow for a Saturday Share the Love Club. I'm not going to tell y'all who we're doing the Share the Love Club. You'll just have to see when I put the picture up in just a little while. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Love you all. Thanks for being good Raptor fans. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to join the channel, there is membership, and it has its privileges. Trust me. All right. And Mo's saying, keep up the streams, Lex. Happy September. That's right. It's September the 1st. So do what you got to do on September the 1st because it's a new month. All right. Thanks for joining me. If you have not subscribed and you're here and you've enjoyed the stream today, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 on the off day, doing more of a reaction for this game and just going over general NBA and Toronto Raptors news and notes as they come over the day today. Maybe we get open gym tonight. Maybe we get another Rico runs dropped this afternoon. I'm hoping for it. Where is it, Uncle Rico? Where are your Rico runs? We're ready to watch some more of that too. Isaac Campbell's got Darko, Masai, the Raptor, myself, and Monique as the starting lineup there. All right, y'all, please like, subscribe, and share. And let's go, Team Canada. You got to do better next time, y'all. Next time, you're done. If you don't beat Spain, you're done. And let's go Raptors. That's what I always like to say. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Raptors.